Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Moses Malone will collide at the summit. Laker coach Pat Riley urging Norm Nixon to ignite the champions fast break. But the entire city of Philadelphia believes deeply that this is their year to halt Kareem and win the NBA. There's a full moon over Philadelphia and the Spectrum as CBS Sports presents Game 2 of the NBA World Championship. Our championship setting, the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is the Los Angeles Lakers against the Philadelphia 76ers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 2. I'm Brent Musburger. On Sunday afternoon, of course, the 76ers beat these Lakers by 6 points, 113 to 107. Now, it was just 8 days ago that the 76ers won the East by eliminating Milwaukee in 5 games. For the Lakers, it was a tougher road. It was not until Friday night that they finally beat back the challenge by the San Antonio Spurs. So it was a tired Laker team that came in here on Sunday. But tonight in Philadelphia, there can be absolutely no excuses. These two teams have rested and practiced for 3.5 days here in Philadelphia. They are ready for Game 2. The Los Angeles Lakers are trying to become the first team in 13 years to win back-to-back NBA titles. The last man who led a team to that feat was our Bill Russell. He'll be at courtside tonight with Dick Stockton describing the action. Let's go down to Dick now.
Thank you very much, Brent Musburger, and I'd have to say that the general perception has been that the Los Angeles Lakers are in a situation where they must win. Otherwise, they're faced with having to win 4 out of 5 games against a team that won more than any other team, and that could be a tough assignment indeed. Impossible, no, but difficult indeed. As far as the Sixers are concerned, they are on a high after winning that first game, as you talk about, on Sunday. But if Philadelphia can't win tonight, they are on a downer as they go to Los Angeles. The Lakers have renewed confidence, plus the home court for the next 2 games at the Friendly Forum. So the urgency of this game is right out in front for everyone to see. And I'd like to bring in Bill Russell, who, of course, played on 11 World Championship teams. And the question is, how do you view the series at this point?
Well, the first game, Sunday's game, was the least important of all the games, because although there was a winner and a loser, the most important thing gathered out of that game was information on how the games will be played from now on.
How much of a must game is this for the Lakers?
It's not a life or death situation. They must win 1 game here in Philadelphia. If it's tonight's game or the next game, but they must win 1 game and then win the games at home. Now, they would like to win this game because that would put the pressure on the Sixers, but this is not a life or death situation for them.
All right, everyone seems to have the feeling, as great as Kareem has been, that Moses Malone simply is too strong for him. Do you share that opinion?
Well, it doesn't make any difference unless the Lakers think that Moses is too strong. And what I mean is this: if the Lakers think that Moses is too strong, they'll be so anxious to help that they'll leave other guys unguarded, and this could be disastrous.
You were 36 years old when you won your last championship at 69, Russ. Kareem is 36 years old trying to win another title. Any advice for him?
Well, you know, when you get that old, it's one of the nice things is that you don't have to worry about a lot of things. You know what you can do and what you can't do. Now, he does not have to prove to himself that he can out-rebound or outscore Moses or anything like that. All he has to concentrate on is winning the games, and that's a nice luxury to have.
All right, Bill, right now let's go back up to Brent Musburger.
All right, Dick, the last man off the floor here at the Spectrum for the Lakers this afternoon as they practiced was Bob McAdoo. He stayed on the floor for 10 to 15 minutes shooting his jump shot. He was on his game. He later told our Kevin Lockery, who is here, that he intends to play tonight. So Pat Riley will have with him the hot hand that he played a year ago in beating Philadelphia in 6 tough games. Many felt that the most valuable player in that series was McAdoo. He figures to come off that bench now for the Lakers in the first quarter. Now let's go down to Pat O'Brien, who is standing by with the man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Pat?
Thank you very much, Brett. Kareem, you played a rough game on Friday, won on Sunday. You said you were tired. You've had 4 days of rest now. You guys look pretty spunky at practice today. How does the team feel?
I think we feel all right. Everybody is as well as they can be under the circumstances. I'm looking for us to have a good effort.
The key matchup is always you and Moses. You got to say at least it's a challenge to play Moses. Your feelings about him tonight before the game?
Well, it's always a challenge to play him. I think I think I'll have a little bit more success because I'll have a little bit more gas to expend and more energy to use it in trying to deal with it.
Okay, thank you, Kareem. Good luck tonight. Let's go back up to Brent Musburger.
All right, Pat, thank you. And Kevin Lockery, the outstanding head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, has joined me now. And when we talk about coaches, Pat Riley of the Lakers, Billy Cunningham of the 76ers, but there are going to be some dramatic changes by those coaches tonight.
Brent, they're two outstanding coaches. Pat Riley lost the first game, but he cannot be upset. They have the best fast break in professional basketball. They ran 36 breaks in the first game, only scored 23 points. They'll need 55 points out of their break. Now they have McAdoo coming back. He trails the break as well as anybody hitting the jump shot, and he'll make that efficiency much better.
Now, what defensive changes did Riley reveal to you?
Well, Pat Riley has made dramatic changes. He's going to put Rambis on Moses Malone and Kareem on Ibaroni. Moses Malone is not such only a physical defensive player, but he's the most physical offensive player to ever play in the game. And it'll take some of the punishment away from Kareem, also enable Kareem to roam the lane.
Kevin, beyond that, what do you think is the key matchup in this game?
I think the key matchup will end up Jamal Wilkes and Andrew Toney. Jamal Wilkes has responded in every big game to have an outstanding game, and he could be the key player in the whole game.
I think you can hear this crowd in the Spectrum. Beat L.A. They have been chanting this ever since Moses Malone signed that contract. We'll be back. It's Game 2 of the NBA World Championship on CBS in a moment.
The NBA on CBS. Tonight's championship game is sponsored by Light Beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Honda Motorcycles. Honda, follow the leader. And by Sharp Electronics Corporation. From sharp minds come sharp products.
Out here, survival against the elements is what it's all about. And when it comes to surviving against rust, that's what Krylon Rust Magic is all about. On metal surfaces like this, grueling tests against fog and acid rain proved even the leading national brand can't beat Krylon Rust Magic protection. And Rust Magic dries hours faster. Krylon Rust Magic for tough, fast-drying rust protection.
Journey with Wolf, an interstellar adventurer, and Nikki, a young rebel, on a mission to rescue 3 stranded women.
You're gonna need a partner, Wolf.
He's already got a partner.
From a planet no one has warned them about because no one has ever returned. Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, in 3D, rated PG. The first movie that puts you in outer space is now playing at a theater near you.
We're back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Now the starting lineups. Jamal Wilkes and Julius Erving in one forward position. The power forwards for the Lakers, Kurt Rambis. For the Sixers, Mark Ivaroni, both free agents. The centers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Moses Malone. Magic Johnson and Andrew Toney at one guard position. And the 2 playmaking guards, Norm Nixon and Maurice Cheeks. Keep in mind that other people will move around to guard different people in this game. Darryl Garretson and John Vanek are the working officials. Earl Strom is the alternate. You will see many, as Kevin Lockery pointed out, many substitution switches in this game. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who scored 20 points and had only 4 rebounds. And he knows he's going to have to board a little bit better in this game. Moses Malone had his best rebounding game in the opener, 18 off the glass. Philadelphia is in white and Los Angeles in the dark uniforms. They're purple.
Well, we'll spend the first few minutes with the guys getting used to guarding the guys they're guarding. Because, like, for example, Magic Johnson plays guard offensively, but he'll be playing forward defensively. And so the transition game is you got to find your man, and then also on the other end, your man has to find you.
Moses Malone tapped the ball on the way up. So with the violation, Los Angeles has the possession. Magic Johnson into Kareem.
Now, what the Sixers want to do when Kareem gets the ball inside like that is to wait until he puts the ball on the floor. They don't want to go up there too early. To double team.
Maurice Cheeks penetrating. With all the great stars on Philadelphia, Maurice Cheeks, as we've said many times, is the true barometer. The 6'1" guard tells you how well they're doing. And Jamal Wilkes, as Kevin Lockery pointed out, needs to have a good game, and he's had a lot of good games against Philadelphia. Kareem gets the rebound out to Norm Nixon. Falls off, and Julius Erving comes up. He's dangerous in the open court. The doctor, Julius Erving, Mark Ivoroni, double team. And here comes Norm Nixon. Norm Nixon, sharp-shooting, quick point guard for the Lakers. Magic Johnson has got Ivoroni defending inside. Wilkes hit his first shot. And we have a 3-second violation against the Lakers.
Now, the key guy with this part of the game for the Sixers is Maurice Cheeks. He sets the tone. Offensively, he runs the plays for the team, but he also sets the key defensively. But offensively, he decides who's going to shoot and from where and what plays they're going to use.
Cheeks, number 10, quiet, perhaps reluctant leader of this club, Andrew Toney from the baseline. There's a man to watch. The Lakers are going to have to pay a lot of attention to Andrew Toney, an explosive scorer who last year had 46 points in one game against Los Angeles. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goes up, and they're going to call a foul against Malone.
Kareem gave him a fake that he was going to go for the hook shot, the sky hook, the most famous shot in basketball, but he crossed him up on that and went for the jump shot, and Moses didn't recover quick enough without fouling.
Jamal Wilkes, number 52, will inbound. Out to Earvin Magic Johnson, 6'9", who plays guard in actually all 5 positions. There's that sky hook that time, and Malone gets the rebound. We've completed 2 minutes of the first period. Acrobatic Irving. Cheeks. And we'll have a loose ball foul against Los Angeles. It is the first foul of the game against the Lakers. They have come prepared, haven't they, here at the Spectrum to see Philadelphia, team that has gone to the finals 4 times in the last 7 years and still looking for that first title in this reign with Julius Erving.
My last exchange there, when Maurice Cheeks had that open shot, he's such a good player that if they keep letting him have that shot, he'll make it, and that'll hurt him.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar committed the foul, his first, so the 2 centers have fouled. Intercepted as Toney's pass picked off by Jamal Wilkes. And here's Magic Johnson. Nixon took from outside.
Now the Sixers telegraphed that
Wilkes. Malone got the rebound.
The last time down, the Sixers telegraphed the pass into Malone, and that's why Jamal Wilkes was able to pick it off. Great penetration. Great penetration by Maurice Cheeks.
He's 6'1" in a game of big man that doesn't bother Maurice Cheeks. We have no basket at the other end and a foul against Philadelphia. But you're looking at Maurice Cheeks, who not only is a great playmaker and a defensive player, but has developed into a scorer. He's scoring over 16 points in the playoffs, 4 more than the regular season, and no longer can you leave Maurice Cheeks open. But the Lakers have the ball now in a 6-4 game, Philadelphia leading.
And he keys the defense. He likes to double team a lot like he does on defense here. But with Norm Nixon, he can't do too much double teaming.
They got the ball into Magic Johnson for the short shot, and we have our third tie of the ball game. It used to be just Julius Erving in Philadelphia, but now it's Malone, Erving, and Toney as the 3 potent scorers. Andrew Toney, strong in the middle, scores. Between Toney, Erving, and Malone, the Sixers collected 72 points from that outstanding trio. Rambis with the offensive rebound, and the foul is called against Los Angeles. It's on Rambis.
Now here's Maurice Cheeks bring the ball up. Penetration there. And he's so good at that because he's so much quicker than you think he is.
There he is again with the ball. Out of West Texas State. 2nd-round draft pick. And a foul against
Magic Johnson.
The Lakers, and Magic Johnson picks up his foul. Earvin Magic Johnson, who has a chance to play on 3 world championships in the last 4 years. Bill Russell, I know, did that. Blocked by Jamal Wilkes. And Kareem was there, too. Quick breaking. You're going to see fast-breaking teams both sides. Banking it in is Norm Nixon.
Now, the Sixers have to guard against that because when the Lakers get their fast break going, it feeds their defense. They play better defense when their fast break is going because they have to control the tempo.
Tony and Jamal Wilkes looks down court. He has Jamal Wilkes. Kareem is blocked by Julius Erving. Rambis. The basket counts at a foul. So Julius Erving, who blocked 5 shots in game 1 on Sunday, blocked Jamal Wilkes on the outlet pass from Kareem, but Kurt Rambis had great persistence.
Now here's the pass from Abdul-Jabbar, the long pass to Jamal Wilkes. Now what I want to tell you something is Julius Erving is the only man playing basketball now that makes that defensive play. That he catches the guy on the fast break. He's the only one I've seen this season that's playing professional basketball that does that particular play defensively.
That's the second foul on the doctor, however. Rambis has the 3-point play, and the Lakers are up by 3. Under 8 minutes to go, first period. You see Los Angeles picking up Philadelphia at midcourt.
And that's because of the result of their defense. When they do get fast breaks and free throws.
Julius Erving misses. Ivaroni tried to keep it alive, and Rambis. He does the dirty work for the Lakers. Magic Johnson. Tony on him. Nixon lost it. Stepped on the line, out of bounds. Pat Riley with a tremendous playoff record of 12-3 in his first full year as coach of the Lakers. We're live at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. Game 2 of the NBA World Championship. Mark Alvarone, top of the key.
That's one of the shots the coach says, oh no, good shot.
He's the one you least expect to take a shot on this talented Philadelphia starting team. Free agent rookie. Inside against Ivaroni is Rambis. Tosses it up, and it's tipped in on this follow-up by Magic Johnson. So all 5 Los Angeles starters have scored.
Aside from Moses, Magic Johnson is probably the best pure rebounder in this game.
Inside to Malone. Sheer strength, and it's timing, too. And that was quickest. Knocked away by Cheeks. It's still Laker ball.
And that's what Maurice Cheeks does so well. He's a great defensive player, and he gambles quite a bit. And what the Lakers try to do is take advantage and get Norm Nixon open.
6:41 remaining in the first period. The Lakers lead by 1.
You think it's easy being a bullfighter? No, sir. You must have a great courage and tremendous skill, and you have to move fast. That's why when I am here in America, I drink light beer from Miller. Light tastes fantastic, and it's less filling. That's important because in my profession, you always have to stay 1 step ahead of the bull. Oh! Make that 2 steps.
Ah. Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Dirt track racing. The most exciting, the most American sport on 2 wheels. The inspiration for an incredible new motorcycle. The Honda Ascot. Now, B-twin power and torque and racer quick handling comes off the track and onto the street. The Honda Ascot. What motorcycling was meant to be.
Sharp introduces a videotape recorder so personal, everybody thinks it's theirs. That's why they call it My Video. It has video search, uses 8-hour tapes, yet it's small enough to move from room to room, house to house, even out of doors. Sharp's My Video. We replaced 500,000 transistors and diodes with 1 tiny chip. From sharp minds come sharp products.
The Muirfield Village Golf Club, the course that Jack built.
I'm Jack Nicklaus. Join me at the Memorial this weekend on CBS Sports.
13-12 with 6:41 remaining in the first period. Magic Johnson, 6'9" guard, and he can rebound.
Now, he has a reputation of a good rebounder, and you see his motion here. He's going for the basket. Now, one thing a good rebounder does is he goes like he's going to receive a pass. and get in a position to catch it. And that's what the key to rebounding is to be able to anticipate where the ball's going to bounce and get yourself in a position to get it.
Magic Johnson led NBA guards in rebounding. Of course, he was the leading rebounder on the Lakers with over 10 a game. He's known for his so-called triple doubles when he has double figures in points, assists, and rebounds. He just missed it with 9 rebounds in game number 1, and the team leader in many respects for Los Angeles. The Lakers have out-rebounded the Sixers 9-3, 4 of them off the offensive boards, which is an eyebrow raiser. As Pat Riley told his team, no rebounds, no ring. Kareem rolls it in.
On the defensive end, Kareem is doing a better job of rebounding because on defense down here, he's gotten a couple of defensive rebounds now, and he's usually not in a good position to rebound. Because of defense they have to play. See, like now he's up above the foul line guarding Ivoroni, and now he's back in the lane, but where he's playing defense, he's not good position to rebound.
5 seconds on the shot clock, and Cheeks got in. Had a shot blocked by Kareem, and here comes Magic. Like Julius Erving in the open court, he's dangerous. Ivoroni outfights his teammate Irving for the ball. We are halfway through the first period, and a 3-point lead for L.A. They're trying to even this series in 1 game apiece before they go to the Forum for 2 games, Sunday and Tuesday. Magic Johnson gets it to Kareem.
A lot of guys he wants to...
And there is Rambis, who went up without the ball, now underneath with a reverse layup. And Kurt Rambis has shown a terrific second effort early in this game.
That was not your picture-perfect fast break, I can tell you that.
But Pat Riley will take it. He'll take them all like that.
That's right.
Biggest lead of the game right now for the Lakers. Julius Erving's finger roll. Moses Malone can't keep it going. And here is Magic Johnson. Tony is guarding him. Irving is on Jamal Wilkes. Ivoroni last touched it. Laker ball. .5:17 remaining in the first period. Julius has missed his first 3 shots of the game. Lakers up by 5. Norm Nixon cheeks all over him like a blanket.
Julius Erving and Magic Johnson are 2 guys that can go 1 for 10 from the floor and still have a great game.
He can beat you a lot of different ways. You're right. There's that sky hook. Not that time. Malone lost it. Wilkes got it, and Wilkes scored. And I think they're all over Moses Malone. I don't know what the Lakers are doing, Russ, but they're really causing him some trouble out there.
Well, they're pounding the boards, and what's happening with Kurt Rambis, he's keeping in contact with Moses no matter where he's going.
There's the rebounding edge, a big one by L.A. They brought in Mark Landsberger, and Cooper will be coming into the game in a moment. Lakers bench not as strong without James Worthy, the rookie with a broken leg. And McAdoo shaken up. Andrew Toney penetrating inside. And Ivoroni spun out. They'll shoot 2.
Now, what happened on that play, the Lakers were trying to stop Toney going in and keep Moses off the board. And because they took 2 guys at Moses, they left Ivoroni free. And he did the right thing by taking stepping right that opening and taking advantage of it.
Mark Landsberger, who did not play all that much this year, but had 10 rebounds to lead the Lakers in 19 minutes on Sunday's first game. Kurt Rambis goes to the bench, but for the Lakers, they're concerned that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has picked up his 2nd personal foul. Here's Ivoroni. Ivoroni, like Kurt Rambis, a similar story. They were both cut from the New York Knicks. Actually, the day after one another, and Ivoroni played in Italy, Rambis in Greek. And a lot of tryouts, and they finally stuck with a couple of fine teams. Ivoroni with the Sixers, Rambis with the Lakers, and a 5-point LA lead. It is still Laker ball. They have 15 seconds to try a shot.
And the Sixers defense came with Bobby Jones. He's a real addition to their team defensively. This is one time when you go to the bench and your team gets better.
Ivoroni goes out with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Jamal Wilkes. Billy Cunningham told us that they'll give Jamal Wilkes that outside shot. They don't want to have him beat him inside. And so far, Jamal has been dangerous inside. He has 5 rebounds, 4 offensive boards. 7-point lead for the Lakers. Matches their biggest. Maurice Cheek.
Now, Maurice Cheek almost shoots out duress, but when they need points, he doesn't mind putting it up there because he knows he can make it. He has great confidence.
He's taken 7 shots already, so he has been open to take them. He's hit on 3. Team fouls. The Lakers have 4. The Sixers have 3. Landsberger is fouled by Andrew Toney. Coming into the game, and there's the one that the Lakers need the most. Bob McAdoo, who was a big spark in their championship last year. He did not play, of course, in Sunday's game. Clint Richardson did play and was a hero for Billy Cunningham's 76ers.
Now, if Bob McAdoo is okay, he changes the whole character of the Los Angeles team, because he's not the outstanding force that Kareem is in the middle, but he's quick, and it gives them a lot of quicker defense, and they run better.
And he's an offensive threat off the bench, something that they don't have otherwise. And there he is, Bob McAdoo. And
we know his arm's all right. It's his leg we're worried about.
And I bet you that thigh feels just a little bit better. I don't know how much he can play in this game. Bobby Jones, basket will count, and a foul away from the ball.
On Mark Landsberger. He was pushing noses. They were pushing each other.
Landsberger, of course, has the reputation of being kind of a brutal physical player. Commits the foul, and that's the 15th foul on the Lakers. That means they're in the penalty. And a shot is tacked on. So Moses Malone, who has 2 points, will go to the line. That'll be 1 shot, but it's the 15th foul against L.A.
At this point, the fine-tuning of the little changes that Pat Riley has made has so far paid off for his team, because he's done a lot of little things different than he did in the first game.
Magic Johnson behind to Wilkes. Out to Michael Cooper. Rebound. Wilkes with another offensive rebound. That's his 5th of the game. All over McAdoo is Bobby Jones. Good defensive player. Plenty of time on the 24-second clock for the Lakers. They're in no hurry. 2:45 remaining in the first period. It's been L.A. controlling it by 5. Now make it 7, as there's the combination of Magic Johnson to Jamal Wilkes.
These guys have such contact with each other. It's almost like a spiritual thing with those two guys.
Cheeks comes right back with 2. Do you remember a combination like Magic and Wilkes?
That was with Bob Cousy and Tom Heinsohn. These guys could just feel each other. They didn't even have to see each other to know where the other guy was.
2:20 remaining in the first period. Lakers by 5, 25-20. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell here at the Spectrum in Philly. They gave Magic Johnson that shot in game 1, and he responded just like he did there.
Now, the Sixers would like for him to take that shot, but they don't know that he'll make over half of it when he's in the right middle.
Less than 2 minutes to go as Malone lost the pass from Cheeks and the Lakers. Billy Cunningham just slightly concerned. He said that we don't want to be 1-1 going to L.A. because the Lakers will be feeling good. We have a long way to go, but L.A. is leading by 7 and playing solid basketball.
Unfair advantage over these guys. I use the Gillette Atra razor. They don't. It's got the advantage of a pivoting head. Atra is better than twin-blade razors that don't pivot. See? They don't always stay in my beard, but my Atra pivots to keep both blades on my beard longer. So I get a better shave, close, comfortable.
Get the Gillette Atra and get the Atra advantage.
Sometimes a little advantage goes a long way.
Like all actors, I have an agent. Sign that. And a business manager. Pay that. And a secretary. Don't lose that. Luckily, Canon's come up with personal cartridge copiers. You know, the entire copying process is in here, so maintenance is as simple as this. And copies come in black, brown, or blue on plain paper. Finally, Canon PC-10 or PC-20 for the most important person in my life, me.
For information, call toll-free. Canon Personal Cartridge Copying. Plain and simple.
1952, George Stephen invents the incredibly durable Weber kettle. Incredible. It soon becomes the best-loved way to broil burgers and roast the Thanksgiving turkey. We love it. But nobody loves cleaning out the ashes. We don't love that. Weber engineers, deep in thought, invent the One-Touch system. Weber's One-Touch opens to circulate heat and seal in the juices. Ooh. Weber's One-Touch closes to put out the fire. Best of all, Weber's One-Touch sweeps out all the ashes. Thank you. You're welcome. The Weber One-Touch, only from Weber.
How about a 6th sense between Magic Johnson and Jamal Wilkes, Russ?
Now, you know, seeing this pass that Magic Johnson makes, he has to trust that Jamal's going to come out there. Now, look at this timing on this pass, because it's so essential. Because there was only a half an inch there. Any quarterback anywhere would be proud of a pass like that.
I'm sure they would. The rebounding story is dramatic. The offensive rebounding story, L.A.'s 7-1 edge. And the points off the offensive rebounds 11-2 Los Angeles. This is exactly what Philadelphia capitalized on in game 1 to give them an early lead. But it hasn't been that way, and Moses Malone is challenged. He has scored 2 points, and he has 2 rebounds in the game. But you know that before it's all over, he'll be cooking. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar getting a breather on the bench. So the Lakers right now have their quick team in there with, I guess, the exception of Landsberger. They've got McAdoo, Magic Johnson, Cooper, and Wilkes. Cooper going against Cheeks, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Michael Cooper. Too much arm for Michael Cooper.
Well, he kept knocking Maurice Cheeks' hand off. I guess he says you're not supposed to hand check.
Clint Richardson and Maurice Cheeks, the backcourt now. Andrew Toney is on the bench. Irving Malone and Bobby Jones up front. Cooper is doing a defensive job on Cheeks. Clint Richardson. I'll tell you what, Clint Richardson, who played forward in college, is 6'3", but he can battle anyone inside. He scored 15 points in game 1, 10 in the third quarter.
Well, what Clint Richardson has done is made himself a good shooter just by hard work and practice.
Landsberger against Malone decides not to challenge him, and he throws the ball into the hands of Mo Cheeks. 3-on-1 break for Philly. Here's the doctor. You turn the ball over against that team, and they will scold you. Magic comes back, but it's an air ball. And here comes Philly again, 2-on-1. And that's how fast it happened. 6 in a row for the 76ers.
I thought that Michael Cooper made a good defensive play down there.
But Julius Erving made a better offensive play, right? Jamal Wilkes on the run. And Bobby Jones tips it to Clint Richardson with 38 seconds to go in the first period. And the doctor trying to make it 3 in a row. Magic has Wilkes down court. So is Bobby Jones. Jamal Wilkes is having a brilliant first period. He has scored 10 points and has also grabbed 6 rebounds.
And done a good defensive job.
Notice how Bobby Jones, one of the best defensive players in the league, got right down to challenge Wilkes. 11 seconds to go, and now Philly playing for the last shot. Lakers by 3. And a whistle and a foul on the Lakers with 5 seconds to play. Mark Ivoroni comes back into the ball game for Philadelphia. Irving will take a breather, and here also coming in for the Sixers is Earl Puritan. Here's Earl Puritan from Detroit in his 3rd year, forced to play because Clement Johnson is out.
Now here's the steal by Maurice Cheeks. He starts the fast break. And he knows what to do with it when he gets it.
Maurice misses the free throw. He has 1 more. The Lakers have 5 seconds to try to get a shot up, leading by 3. And he missed them both. That's rare for Cheeks. Clock running out. Landsberger misses at the buzzer. So the Lakers' biggest lead was 7. They've held a 29-26 lead over Philadelphia. And we'll return to the Spectrum after these messages and a word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Saturday at 7 on Pacific Current, one man's trash could be another man's treasure. Then contact lenses. Pacific Current, Saturday at 7 on Channel 5.
Easy. Even when the West was mostly made of dreams, there was Wells Fargo.
It's worth a fortune. Want to see something funny? Yeah.
Helping people turn a vision of life into life itself. It's something we still do. If you need money to buy, build, or become something,
Oh, excuse me.
talk to the bank that's been lending money to Westerners
It works!
longer than any other bank.
It's happening. The love affair continues.
I got a Challenger.
I got a Sapporo.
Because among sporty Japanese-built cars, 2 of the best buys are Challenger and Sapporo, imported for Dodge and Plymouth dealers, built by Mitsubishi, with more standard features than Toyota Celica GT or Datsun 200SX, and a bigger engine.
I got a Challenger.
I got a Sapporo.
Challenger and Sapporo, imported only for Dodge and Plymouth.
Basketball Hall of Fame,
in my hometown of Springfield, Massachusetts, where basketball history is preserved and displayed and its founders and heroes honored. We invite you to visit the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, and our NBA arenas throughout the country.
The preceding message was furnished by the National Basketball Association.
Live at the Spectrum in Philadelphia on CBS Sports, the NBA World Championship. Game 2, the Philadelphia 76ers with a 1-0 lead in games, trailing to the LA Lakers 29-26 as we start the second period. Jamal Wilkes with 10 leads the Lakers. Maurice Cheeks with 8 is the high point man for Philadelphia. But the rebounding story has heavily favored the Los Angeles Lakers, who have an 18-7 rebounding edge over the best rebounding team in the league this year, Philadelphia. On top of that, in Kevin Lockree's matchup before the game, Jamal Wilkes has 10 points and 6 rebounds, and Andrew Toney had only 4 points scoring in the first period. So Wilkes has the edge at least in that one.
For the first quarter.
Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. Mark Ivaroni is guarded by McAdoo. Andrew Toney penetrating. McAdoo gets the rebound, but will have a foul against Philadelphia. It was on Ivaroni his first. Notice the next time that Philadelphia has the ball that Andrew Toney is being guarded by Norm Nixon, something that the Lakers haven't done before. But right now they have the ball. And they'll have an offensive foul on McAdoo. What about Nixon against Andrew Toney?
Well, he can match him speed for speed so they don't have to get so much help. Now, here's what McAdoo does here offensively. Now he's trying to keep the hands off.
Ivaroni. This is coming out of nowhere. Bobby Jones with the offensive rebound. He went right over Magic Johnson. And that's just a simple matter of blocking out. Bobby Jones with the offensive board. Norm Nixon. Clint Richardson the rebound. Loves that inside action, Clint does. 76ers looking to take a lead here. Last time they led 8-6 early in the first period. Ivaroni. Fall away, and he was fouled. So the Lakers are picking up a couple of early fouls here. Their second team foul, and the personal is on McAdoo, his second personal foul. Back into the game is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 36 years old, the oldest player in the playoffs as Landsberger goes out.
What the Sixers are trying to do in running their offense is they're trying to stretch it out and spread it out so the Lakers have to play defense, and that's the reason they're able to get them in foul trouble in this quarter, is that they're making them play half-court defense. And they're making them play it for 10, 15, to 20 seconds.
4 ties in the ball game early on. 76ers trying to take a lead. LA had it by as much as 7. They failed to do it, and the Lakers in a tie ball game. Magic Johnson. Got McAdoo, Kareem, Nixon, and Cooper. It's a big lineup. And he takes it himself.
See, that's what's so tough about Magic. He makes you look like he's looking for a pass or somebody to move out of position. And then when he sees an opening, he's so quick for a guy that size that he can penetrate and hurt you that way.
It is still Philadelphia ball. They have 19 seconds to attempt a shot. 24-second shot clock. Minute and a half just about gone by in the second period. Lakers leading 31-29. Earl Currit to Andrew Toney. Andrew Toney, who averaged nearly 20 points a game in the regular season. He had his best scoring game of 25 in game number 1. Magic Johnson going outside again. Lead pass to Bobby Jones. And it's knocked away by Curridan. Philadelphia ball.
Now, if you're a good fast-breaking team, you have to try that kind of pass. You have to try. You throw them away, but you have to try that kind of pass if you're a good fast-breaking team.
Bob McAdoo. Cooper trying to keep it going. Goes high for it and draws the foul. A loose ball foul against Philadelphia. It'll be the second team foul against the Sixers. Earl Curridan, his first. Kareem. No way you'll stop that. They fronted him, meaning they try to stop the pass
right.
to him.
And once he gets in that position, you know what he's going to do. Now, the last time I said that the Sixers had to try that pass, because if you don't, guys won't run when you try a fast break.
Bobby Jones. McAdoo. Had it, lost it, and Andrew Toney comes in. can't give Philadelphia too many second chances, and we have another tie.
Especially not Andrew Toney.
He is the one player Pat Riley talks about in his sleep, and I guess the same goes for Billy Cunningham in regard to Magic Johnson. Not so much for his scoring, but the other things he does. 8 seconds remaining on the 24-second shot clock. And we'll have a push against Philadelphia, and their third team foul meets with displeasure by the capacity crowd here at the Spectrum. And it's on Earl Curidan, who commits his second foul. We have 9:22 remaining in the second period, and we're deadlocked, 3-3.
When you're a big guy like me, people always want to see just how strong you are. But after this arm works, this arm always relaxes with light beer from Miller. The light's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer, and it tastes great. What I like about it, it's less filling. So when you're in a hot match like this, you can't afford to get filled up.
You have the time?
Yeah. About 8:30.
Yeah, thanks.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And less.
Next.
Covering Jerry Pate is a super opportunity for a photographer.
If I win this tournament, I'm going to make you famous.
I counted on my Canon AE-1 program with all the features a pro wants to capture all the sides of Pate's game.
Now it's your turn. I told you I was going to make you famous.
The AE-1 program makes the toughest shots simple.
The Canon AE-1 program. So advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official 35mm camera of the 1984 Olympic Games.
GMC Truck presents Super Selling Days. Get a GMC S15 pickup equipped with any one of 3 special option packages and save. Or get a specially equipped GMC van or full-size pickup and get automatic transmission or air conditioning at no extra cost. Look for the red tag specials now while supplies last and save during Super Selling Days at your participating GMC truck dealer.
The Lakers and the 76ers live from the Spectrum in Philadelphia on CBS, the home of the World Championship. We have a 33-all tie, and Philadelphia, in the last few minutes, have been doing it with 2 of their top 3 stars, Moses Malone and Julius Erving, on the bench. But now Moses Malone comes back in the ballgame.
Well, both coaches substitute according to what they see is happening with their teams without regard to who the other team has out there and when and why.
Well, acting and not reacting, right?
That's because they're what I call action coaches. They act rather than react.
McAdoo tried to get a pass in there, tipped away, and actually Cooper got a gift. That was tipped by a Laker, or by a 76er, right into the hands of Michael Cooper. So L.A. is in front under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Ivoroni and Jones. Good steal. It was Norm Nixon combined with Wilkes. Nixon the ball handler. Kareem coming up the court at his own pace. And waiting for Abdul-Jabbar to get into the flow. Doubled by Toney and Malone. Wide open is Michael Cooper.
That's what the Lakers like to do. They know the 76ers will double team, and the guy they double team will be at least 2 passes away. And so the Lakers, in order to get a real good shot, have to make 2 passes when Kareem throws the ball back out.
Billy Cunningham's not going to wait long before putting Julius Erving back in the game. He's at the scorer's table. Andrew Toney put a spinning move on the Lakers that has to have him bewildered right now. He's hit his last 3.
And that move he made, Rudolph Nuyer would have been very proud of that one.
Toney has 10 points to lead Philadelphia. Wilkes with 10, still the highest scorer for the Lakers. Bobby Jones all over Cooper. 10 seconds on the 24-second clock. Under 8 minutes to go, first half. Nixon pulls up over Toney, and Norman Nixon, who scored 26, to lead the Lakers. They need his outside shooting. Don't forget he had a bruised left shoulder as a result of a collision with Toney early in game 1. They're matched up here. It was Nixon who got a hand on the ball. So Norm Nixon on good defense comes back 2-on-1. Wilkes misses, but Michael Cooper makes no mistake, and the Lakers, Pat Riley, have them going now, and a 6-point lead for L.A. Ivoroni bringing McAdoo up outside.
Intercepted by Ivoroni.
Toney trying to get a screen from Malone, drives it again. It's blocked this time, and they'll call an L.A. foul. It's on McAdoo, I believe, and it'll be his 3rd personal foul. Here comes Irving.
Now, here's that move I was talking about that Andrew Toney made out of the corner. Now, he'll make a reverse move while he's still moving so quick right there.
Look at that.
And he has to make a shot at the end of that move, too.
Yeah, once he gets there, he's got to do one last thing. Put the ball in the hoop.
And that's the hard part.
So Rambis is in for McAdoo. As we said, has 3 fouls. McAdoo's played with 6 teams in the NBA, but never did he get as much pleasure as winning the World Championship with the Lakers last year. He won just about every individual honor, MVP, Rookie of the Year, and was also top scorer several times. It rolls in for Andrew Toney. 41-37, nearly 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Andrew Toney has scored the last 8 points for Philadelphia. He's one to watch for Pat Riley. And he double teams. Rambis comes in. He didn't have control at first, but he got it back in time.
That was a great pass by Kareem, because in heavy traffic, that's the hardest pass to make that a guy can catch and shoot.
Last touch by Michael Cooper. Talk about not pretty but works. How's this Kareem to Rambis play?
Now, here's where he's such a good passer here. Now, you watch the speed on this pass. Just drops it right in there. You hit him on the numbers. When you hit a guy on the numbers, most of the time he'll come up with something.
Rambis' sheer hustle has helped Los Angeles in this half.
I'm going to Kingsford tonight. I'm really going to do it right. Don't have to fight it. I'm just going to light it. I'm really going to do it right. I'm going to Kingsford tonight. You going to trust that steak to any ordinary charcoal? Get the best. Kingsford fires up fast, easy every time. Get out in Kingsford. Do it right. I can't wait for that first bite. Kingsford tonight. I'm going to Kingsford tonight.
I'll tell you, trying to get cultured isn't easy. We just went to the opera and we didn't understand a word.
Yeah, but that big guy in those tights sure could sing.
Well, at least we still drink a very civilized beer. Light beer from Miller. Light tastes great.
But us impresarios drink it because it's less filling.
We can't afford to get filled up. Tomorrow night, we're going to the ballet.
Yeah, I sure hope they do it in English.
Me too.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
It began with the story of a boy, a girl, and a universe. It became an epic battle between the forces of good and evil. Now, return to a galaxy far, far away. The saga lives on. Return of the Jedi, rated PG. Now playing at a theater in your galaxy.
Friday on the Dukes, the fur flies when a bandit and his lady break in on boss's territory and the boys get tied up in the trouble.
Caught him when he ever did.
Friday.
Dick Stockton and Bill Russell are back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. The Lakers leading by 6 with 6:45 remaining in the second period, and they continue to do the job off the boards, both defensively and offensively, as LA has a 9-3 lead, and what you want to do when you get the offensive rebound is convert them into points, and that's the result right there. As Brent Musburger said, and it's going to be a continuing theme throughout this championship, the Lakers trying to become the first team since Bill Russell's Celtics to win back-to-back world championships. That was the last time was in '69 season. Philadelphia trying to get that elusive world title for their fine fans in Philadelphia.
Although they're being out-rebounded, the 76ers defense have kept them in this ball game. If they weren't playing such good defense, they would be much further behind than 4 points.
And it's always that good team defense that Philadelphia plays. Malone has 4 points in the game. Loose ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Magic Johnson. Ivaroni out battles Kurt Rambis.
Clint Richardson should come up with this one.
And Rambis the rebound on what should have been 2 points for Philadelphia. Back to Wilkes from Kareem, and we'll have a foul. Traveling. No, traveling called.
And Julius Irving calls that.
That's what we mean when you look at Julius Irving scoring. He has 4 points in the game. But I'll tell you what, he's contributing in so many ways. It was blocked shots and rebounds and assists in game number 1. And he also scored 20. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 43-39 Lakers. Foul before the shot. That'll be the 13th foul against the Lakers. Team fouls are 3 and 3. That one's on Kurt Rambis. Number 2 on Rambis. 6 and you're out of the game.
Now here's the guys battling. And there's one. I think the foul was before he went up for the shot.
Mark Ivaroni, who helped Ralph Sampson at Virginia. Inside to Malone. Moses Malone. Strong, quick, timing, the name of his game. A relentless force to the basket.
You know, it's almost like with Moses, you push him and you push him and you push him, and when you get tired of pushing, that's when he ends up going to the offensive shot there.
Sky hook is missed, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. And right now, Andrew Toney, it was Ivaroni and Rambis who actually went in at first, and Andrew Toney's upset right now. Moses Malone has picked up his 2nd personal foul. Toney's a little hot under the collar. 14th foul against Philadelphia, and Abdul-Jabbar will shoot 2.
And Moses is a little upset, too.
You don't want to get him upset.
Why not?
Kareem has 6 points. Three-point lead for the Lakers. 5.5 to play, first period. Philadelphia's guards, Tony Cheeks and Richardson, have taken most of the Philadelphia shots so far in this game. And a foul away from the ball again. It'll be on L.A. Norm Nixon. And that will be the 14th foul on the Lakers. So both teams now are 1 foul away from drawing the penalty. It's first personal for Norm. Kicked out of bounds by Kareem.
And a new 24.
5:21 remaining. Malone and Rambis are doing a little do-si-do your partner, trying to get position inside. There they go to Malone inside. Malone, 8 points and 2 rebounds. Has scored 6 in a hurry here. Jamal Wilkes into Kareem against Moses Malone. The shot that Bill Russell says no one has been able to stop in 20 years.
It looks like he can take it another couple of years.
Julius Erving. Now Magic picked him up. Swing the pass to Maurice Cheeks. Julius gets his first rebound of the game and will have a jump ball.
Now here's Moses, the kind of, you know, you're out there, you're pushing one guy. Now when they get the pass in there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys around him. Didn't do any good.
The regular square dance. Bobby Jones comes in for Ivaroni. Like Rambis, he has been a workhorse. 5 rebounds and 5 points so far for Mark Ivaroni. Rambis jumped with Irving and Philadelphia controls. Trailing by 3. Lakers trying to even the series at 1 apiece. Nixon and Toney. What a duel that is. But Andrews got to step in. Rambis gets the rebound, and now they go to Nixon. Sixers are back on defense. And a discontinued call against Nixon. Double dribble.
Now the referee, Norman Nixon, is upset because one referee called the Sixer hitting, and the other referee didn't call it and call it double dribble.
It's still 46-43 in favor of the Lakers. They're triple teamed Julius for the moment. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Out of bounds.
Now here's a play when Nixon is dribbling up. He stops here, and there's the ball is hit by Maurice Cheeks. And it was called double dribble, which was not the correct call.
Cheeks either got him or the ball, in which case it wouldn't have been a violation. Michael Cooper comes into the game. Kurt Rambis goes out. Rambis has scored 7 points and 4 rebounds. So the power forwards have done their job. Going up is Julius. And the 24-second clock expires. No basket. They didn't get up in 24 seconds, and now Billy says it hit the rim, didn't it? And if it did...
And the Lakers are upset again. They want to call timeout.
They
think
saying
it's
that
a 24-second violation.
They beat the 24-second clock. At the buzzer, they beat it, and the Lakers are perturbed. Pat Riley is at center court with Kareem, with John Bannon. And the Lakers are really disturbed at that last call.
You're looking at a new design that puts style and technology in total harmony. It's America's all-new aerodynamic sedan.
Pick up the tempo of your life.
The '84 Ford Tempo. New functional ideas led to Tempo's sporty form, making it one of America's most aerodynamic sedans. Inside, there's more rear room than a Mercedes 300D. And Tempo has the world's most advanced automotive computer, which continually monitors the new 2300 high-swirl combustion engine. This computerized regulation helps maximize fuel efficiency and helps give a surprisingly quick power response. There's road-gripping front-wheel drive and dedication to quality, like close body fit tolerances that you can compare with any European sports sedan. Tempo, style and technology in total harmony.
Okay, guys, I was a little off. We're not on Route 35. We're on Jackrabbit Road. Jackrabbit Road? Yeah, we're not in Pennsylvania. We're in West Virginia. West Virginia? They got some great-looking steaks inside, and Lowenbrow on top.
Let's go. When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
He really lucked out this time.
I knew Lowenbrow.
Back in Philadelphia with the 76ers now closing in on the Lakers again, trailing by a point. I'm Brent Musburger with Kevin Lockery, who'll be along at halftime. And Kevin, we've had an adjustment now in this game.
Pat Riley started to make the adjustment for Moses Malone. Now he's gone back to putting Kareem on Moses because Moses is so persistent. He has wore down Ramos already.
Now, Moses is a very special person, and we'll have a special report on that. Let's go to Pat O'Brien.
Thank you, Brent. You know, this is Philadelphia with Moses here. They're calling it the Promised Land. A special look at Moses Malone at the half. Let's go to Dick Stockton.
All right, thank you very much, Pat O'Brien. Moses Malone, and he draws the attention, Bill, doesn't he, like all the centers do?
Very much so, Dick, and he draws attention and still scores because he's so quick that he's able to get a shot off before that defense can really set up or really bother him too much.
Lakers leading 46-45, and Norm Nixon with a penetrating shot of his own. Nixon right now has 6 points in the game. Only one Lakers in double figures. Wilkes with 10. Same for Philadelphia. Tony leads with 12. Bobby Jones. And Nixon comes down with it. He's got Magic Johnson and Cooper on the flanks. Slow it up, and that's because Cheeks wouldn't let him do anything with it. Cooper inside, got free. Good play, Lakers.
And great pass out of the corner.
3:15 remaining. In the first half, Tony takes steps.
Now the Sixers are a little bit out of sync on the last couple of plays down.
Lakers can match their biggest lead of the game. They fail there, leading by 5. 3 rebounds for Malone.
And this is time that usually Maurice Cheeks comes up with an open shot.
Tony looking for Irving. Bobby Jones. 8 seconds on the clock. Malone draws the foul. 15 foul against Philadelphia, and Moses will shoot 2. There was some controversy earlier whether the 24-second buzzer had expired.
Well, here's the shot. Does it hit the rim? That's the key thing. No, it did not hit the rim. And that's what the Lakers were upset about, because if it doesn't hit the rim, then the 24-second had expired.
Rightfully so. Malone misses 2 free throws. So now the Lakers again with a chance to make it 7 with 2:39 and running remaining in the first half. Sixers are not shooting well from the line. 5 for 11. Double team on Kareem. Wide open Cooper. What a pass to Wilkes. Wilkes is used to getting that kind of a pass from Magic Johnson. So the Lakers are passing crisply, getting men free inside. And now have matched their biggest lead as we're getting near the 2-minute mark of this first half. Timeout, 22nd timeout, called for by Philadelphia.
Now here's that pass from Cooper to Jamal Wilkes. Kareem had drawn a crowd there with Bobby Jones and Moses there, and he passed out to Cooper, and there's Wilkes free. Quick little pass, and he knows what to do with it.
Why was he free so much?
Well, because they're concentrating on the big guys in the middle, and this is what happens, that a guy can go into that open place that Bobby Jones left to double-team Kareem. Wilkes moved right into the open spot, and that's how he got free.
Bill, do you think we're seeing too much double teaming? Do you think that because we have 5 talented players on each side that someone's going to burn you?
Well, what happens is both these teams play that way all the time. And a good passing team causes problems for teams that double team because they know that you have to make that extra pass and you get an easy shot, either jump shot or, like in that case, a layup.
10 seconds on the shot clock, and Kareem knocks it to Magic Johnson. 52 to 45. Cooper. Magic. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Lakers are in the best position they've been in the game right now. They've controlled the boards throughout. The left-handed fly hook doesn't go, and Julius Erving, you almost knew that Erving said, if that goes off the rim, I'm going to get that ball.
He knew exactly where that rebound was going because he started before his shot was taken.
Tony is double teamed. Lakers playing good defense. Tony throws the ball away. The Lakers are doing it at both ends of the court right now. With
what they're doing
to go.
is crowding in the 3-second lane there in the paint there.
Johnson going in, and Magic Johnson gives the Lakers a 9-point lead. 54-45, their biggest lead of the ball game.
And the Lakers defense, as I said, is feeding off their offense. Now they play much better defense when they get the running game going.
Moses Malone is fouled. And if it's on Kareem, and apparently it is, it's number 3 on Abdul-Jabbar. 3 fouls on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He'll go out of the ball game. Kurt Rambis is back in. And Clint Richardson has come into the ball game for Andrew Toney in Philadelphia. So Kareem goes out. He has scored 9 points, but leaves with 3 personals. And the man who will be profiled at halftime, Moses Malone. So now it's Clint Richardson, as you just saw, with Cheeks in the backcourt. Bobby Jones and Julius Erving, the forwards, and Malone.
Now you'll see that the Lakers, this last minute, will have to help out even more in the middle because they have a very small lineup now. And they have to, more guys have to go to the board rebounding if they want to maintain the lead.
And now we have the 22nd timeout called for by the Lakers. Each team is allowed 1 22nd timeout in a half. Pat Riley, our coach, and Billy Cunningham, 2 of the best young coaches. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Brent Musburger, along with Kevin Lockery, to analyze what happened here. Pat O'Brien will be along. We told you about Moses Malone, an inside look at the man who Philadelphia 76ers acquired to win them the championship. And, of course, a special day today for the doctor, Julius Erving. Julius Erving received a doctorate at Temple University, and you'll get the inside story on that also coming up at halftime. Just another great honor for one of the classiest gentlemen in all sports.
There's no honor that you can give Julius Erving that he doesn't deserve.
Bobby Jones, the rebound on Nixon's miss. Under a minute to go in the first half. 7-point lead for Los Angeles, 54 to 47. Julius was a little off balance when he took that shot, but it's a big basket for the doctor.
He was off balance when he went up, but he was not off balance when he released the shot.
That's the important thing.
Yes.
36 seconds to go in the half, 19 on the shot clock. You're looking at the game clock. Magic Johnson and Clint Richardson. Jamal Wilkes, whistle. It's going to be a Philadelphia foul on Erving, and he's running after John Vanek now. You rarely see Julius Erving get too angry out there. That's his 3rd personal foul, and that could be a problem for Philadelphia.
Because his contributions tonight have mostly been outstanding defensive play and good rebounding. And when they need a basket, he's gotten a couple. He's not, you know, there are times when you hear guys say, well, Julius only has 8 points, he only has 6 points. That doesn't give you a true indication of how he's playing. If you watch him without the ball, he's doing a tremendous job out there.
Those days are over when Julius Erving has to score 30 or 40 points, and he knows it for them to win. Jamal Wilkes. Clay Johnson coming into the first time of the ball game. Wilkes has 6 rebounds and 12 points in the game. He scored 16 points in the first game. He's no stranger to world championships. He won 2 with the Lakers, of course, and 1 with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, those good teams seem to follow him around, too.
The way of putting it. So Philadelphia can play for the last shot right now, 55-49. The last time the Sixers had a lead was way early in the first period when it was 8-6. 7 seconds. And they'll have an LA foul, so the Sixers will get a chance to go to the line. Earl Curitan quickly checks into the ball game for the Sixers. And Moses Malone is going to go out and get an early breather to get ready for the third period. So Earl Curitan, who had less time this year because of the acquisition of Clement Johnson, gives Malone a rest.
And the reason Billy Cunningham took Moses out is that if there's a rebound, you want to make sure he doesn't pick up a cheap foul, which is always a possibility, except now it's not because he's not in the game.
He's got 2 fouls. Maurice Cheeks brings the Sixers to within 4 points. 6 seconds to go. Magic Johnson going all the way with this. Passes to Wilkes. It would have counted had it gone, but it didn't. And the Lakers, who had a lead as big as 9 points in this first half, will go out with a 55-51 lead at halftime of a second game that they want badly. And we'll be back to the Spectrum and Brent Musburger when we return in just a moment.
Was Gillette Foamy thick enough and rich enough to restrain a rushing roller coaster? No. So we improved Foamy, made it even thicker and richer. Now is improved Foamy thick enough and rich enough?
No. But if you thought your Foamy gave you clean, close shaves, just wait till you see how much thicker and richer Foamy is now.
Gillette Foamy Shave Cream. We made it even thicker and richer.
It's Sears Great American Memorial Day Paint Sale. Tremendous savings on almost everything you need for painting. Save $7 on Weatherbeater flat exterior paint. Save $6 on Easy Living matte flat interior paint and Weatherbeater exterior stains. Your choice, just $9.99. Save $150 on Sears Best Craftsman 1-horsepower compressor. Now $399.99. Save 18 to 50% on selected brushes, roller covers, caulking, and more. It's all sale priced now at Sears.
Sears pre-holiday sale is on. Through Saturday only, save $20 to $200 on selected Sears home appliances. Save on Kenmore washers and dryers, portable and built-in dishwashers, Kenmore gas and electric ranges, microwave ovens, refrigerators and freezers. And save on color TVs, video recorders, stereos, Kenmore sewing machines, and vacuum cleaners. Save $20 to $200 now through Saturday during the pre-holiday sale at Sears.
When you buy a dozen new Top Flights or Top Flight XLs, you get something extra, distance. Because Teed Green, Top Flight, and the higher-flying Top Flight XL are the longest balls. And now they're the longest dozen, too. That's because the new Top Flight bonus pack makes your money go further. While supplies last, you get an extra 3 free balls with the Top Flight bonus pack. 3 free balls. The longest balls are now the longest dozen.
We are at the half, game 2 of the NBA World Championship Series here on CBS, and the chess game between Pat Riley and Billy Cunningham continues, with the Lakers leading the 76ers right now by 4 points. Speaking of chess games, there is one going on right now between the San Antonio Spurs and the New Jersey Nets. Stan Albeck was all set to leave the Spurs and become the next coach of the Nets. However, today, Angelo Drosos and the Spurs organization got a temporary injunction preventing Stan from talking contract with the New Jersey Nets. What that means is that Angelo is holding out for a draft choice, then he will be glad to let all that go coach in New Jersey. Now, when Stan finally leaves that team, a candidate to replace him would be Bobby Weiss, who is now an assistant coach with Dick Motta and the Dallas Mavericks. If Weiss does not land that job, he is also a candidate at San Diego. And right now in Houston, Tommy Heinsohn has told the Rockets no. You perhaps have read that he turned down $250,000 to coach the Rockets. Tommy told me a short time ago the offer was not even close to that. That if the Rockets want to come up with that much money, he'll be glad to go down there and coach Ralph Sampson. Moses Malone, a very private man here in Philadelphia. He is reluctant to grant in-depth interviews, reveal himself and his family, but he did just that to our Pat O'Brien. Let's go to Pat.
Brent, you might think a team with Mo Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Bobby Jones, and Julius Erving would be enough. Think again. The 76ers wanted the championship badly, so they went out and got themselves some help. And oh, what a difference it's made. He is Moses Eugene Malone. And the people here are hoping this is the promised land.
Moses gonna take us to the promised land, the promised land, the promised land. Moses gonna take us to the promised land. Just you wait and listen, everybody.
To lead them to the promised land, the 76ers have committed more than $2 million a year to Moses. And what does a $2 million a year man want? A couple of buckets, some privacy, and some understanding.
A lot of people got me misunderstood. I'm really one of the down-to-earth people that everybody would love to meet. I'm straightforward. I be true to people. I let them know how I feel. I like to be by myself and be a private person and do what I think is best for me.
He was a street kid who played street ball on this playground in Petersburg, Virginia. It didn't take him long to figure out it was what he did best, leading his high school team to 50 consecutive victories and 2 state championships before deciding amidst a wave of controversy to skip college and go pro. His first paychecks came from the ABA, where many were frankly surprised he was able to hold his own. He was only a youngster. And then on to the NBA, where he honed his skills to become one of the most dominant big men on a team he felt at home with, the Houston Rockets.
I really want to play in Houston. I really want to be in Houston. They've been saying for the last 2 years, whatever offer sheet Moses get, we're going to max it, and he's going to be here. So I went and got him offer sheet and gave them their bluff. When they got the offer sheet, they bluffed. They went back door on me. So I couldn't play with Houston. My second choice was Philadelphia.
This season, Moses and Philadelphia began a brotherly love affair. And there it was, that first check for $1 million. The Sixers' investment paid off. Moses led Philadelphia to yet another Eastern Conference title. But off the court, he still had some problems with some of the press, who he claimed wouldn't accept him, the real Moses.
Why can't Moses Malone be himself? Why should I worry about what people think about me? If people want to write something about me bad or good, I got to take it. I figure I'm going to live, and I'm going to be happy. But I figure I let people try to control my life and tell me what to do. I'm not going to be happy.
Apparently what makes Moses very happy these days is spending time with his wife Alfreda and playing with his son, Little Mo.
Little Mo brings out Big Mo's childhood in him. When they play together, I can see the boy that when Moses was growing up.
I'm going to own the child. I figure that if I ever get a child, I hope it will be a boy. And it's a happy feeling to see your kid growing up and know that in the future that he'll be so great.
Here he is. Moses also has an extended family, which includes Special Olympic athletes. He enjoys helping others.
I feel from my heart that I'm doing it because I want to do it. I ain't doing it because nobody else wants me to do it. And when I do it, I don't want nothing in return. I just, it's going to help people out. I just want to make the people happy.
And right now, nothing would make Moses happier than winning the championship and taking home his first NBA ring.
It's going to feel great. I'm going to be a size 12 and a half. I'm going to put on this finger right here. It's going to feel great for the team, for the coach, for the city of Philadelphia.
size 12 and a half. Anyway, you won't see him be that gentle out here. He once said of his basketball work, I'm here to work, not to look pretty. And we'll see if it does work to lead these people to the promised land. And now up to somebody who leads us to places all over the world, Brent Musburger.
Thank you, Pat. Nice job with Moses Malone. And Kevin Lockery and I are going to come back. We'll take a look at the first half because Moses Malone was the main figure. We'll do that as we continue our coverage of the NBA World Championship Series here on CBS right after these messages from your local station.
This is CBS.
I'm Wendy Takuda in the Eyewitness Newsroom. Some of the stories that we're working on right now for Nightcast, we're getting more amazing pictures of an earthquake in progress, that powerful quake that jolted Japan. On Nightcast, the latest on the destruction that quake left behind. And now this.
Now you can buy a carpet by Lee's, Evans Black, or Gulistan, and we'll install it at no extra charge during Emporium Capwell's big sale.
It's big! Also tonight on Nightcast, that brush fire that is still raging through part of Southern California. And Dan Rather takes a stand in his own defense. That and more at 11 o'clock on Nightcast tonight.
What's black and white? Smooth, but rocky. Unpredictable. Colorful. Mysterious, but playful. And very, very big.
Big island of Hawaii. There's no place like it on Earth. And there's no airline that can take you there like United.
Let the friendly skies bring the big island alive.
Coors to you. The clean of it. Coors to you. The fresh of it. Coors to you. The best of it. The best of the Rockies is yours.
The clean of the Rockies. The fresh of the Rockies. Brewed the Coors way. Natural and pure.
Coors to
In the race to put personal computers in the office, Wang introduces the winning formula. The Wang Professional Computer. In data processing, it's faster than any personal computer tested. Only Wang offers you the best-selling word processing in the world. And only Wang gives you all this, plus unbeaten communications. The Wang Professional Computer. And the race to office automation. It leaves the competition in the dust.
All aboard the big bus tonight at 9:30.
At the half, the Lakers lead the 76ers by 4, 55-51. If you could hire one man to cover a golf tournament for you, it'd be Jack Nicklaus. He did that for us today at the Memorial in Dublin, Ohio.
This is Jack Nicklaus at the Memorial Tournament. This year, we're honoring that great golfer of the past, the Silver Scot, Tommy Armour. The weather was superb today in Dublin, Ohio. The golf course is in great condition, and we have a great field. There were a lot of good scores today. Ben Crenshaw and Lanny Watkins were the early leaders with 67. Unfortunately, I shot 76, and I'm going to need a 67 tomorrow. This is Jack Nicklaus, CBS Sports, Muirfield Village Golf Club, Dublin, Ohio.
He probably will shoot that 67 tomorrow, too. Well, Kevin Lockery, taking a look at that first half, I thought defensively the Lakers started out very strong.
The Lakers did an excellent job. The changes that Pat Riley used really worked early, but the Philadelphia and Billy Cunningham made some excellent adjustments.
What about Magic Johnson, Kevin, and what does he mean to the Lakers on the attack?
Magic is really the leader of the club. He sets up the whole offense. He's very unselfish. He's probably the best passing guard in the league right now. He can do things because of his size and make great plays that other players cannot do.
Let's take a look at Magic in action, and we will illustrate exactly what Kevin was talking about.
Magic is 6'8", looking over Cheeks, who's only 6'1", and they're both league guards. Here he hits Wilkes to the basket for an easy layup. That's a great pass. It looks so easy.
Now let's talk about the major adjustment that had to be made on Moses Malone.
They put a move to put Rambis on Moses, and it worked very, very well. But Moses is so persistent, so physical offensively, that he could wear down the whole team. He wore down Rambis. Here's Rambis trying to front Moses. He's not as big as Moses. They can lob the ball over Rambis. In this case, Moses gets it and slam dunks it for an easy basket.
Then following a timeout, what did Riley do?
Pat Riley made the adjustment by putting Kareem back on Moses. Obviously, he's bigger than Rambis. When he fronts him, it makes it tougher to pass over Kareem. Here's Kareem and Moses fighting. Here's the physical part that they wanted to avoid with Kareem, but they had to go back to it. Kareem can stop Moses because of the size, but he did pick up his third foul, which could turn this game around by having to guard Moses.
Kevin, take me into the second half from a coach's standpoint. What would you do right now if you were Pat Riley and the Lakers?
Pat Riley has to be very, very excited about the play in the first half. He's been able to generate a first fast break. L.A. has stopped Dr. J particularly. They moved Jamal Wilkes to Dr. J. He's done an excellent job. Doc only has 3 baskets, 2 on fast break. L.A. has stopped their break very, very well.
On the other side, what would you do if you were Billy Cunningham?
If I was Billy Cunningham, I'd try to get that ball down deep to Moses Malone every single time down the floor. Let him wear out the whole L.A. team.
Kevin, this is a special week for a lot of students across this country. Commencement week. None bigger than Ralph Sampson at the University of Virginia. And Ralph made his mother extremely proud.
It's just probably the best day of all.
Earlier today, Temple University bestowed a degree on the man we already called Dr. J, Julius Erving. It became official as Dr. J received an honorary doctorate of the arts.
My canvas is a backboard. My stage is a court. And my brush is a basketball.
And Dr. J has some work to do here in the second half. And we'll come back with Dick Stockton and Bill Russell here as CBS's coverage of the NBA championship continues.
Mr. McEnroe, that's a very close shave.
You must be joking. That ball was in.
No, Mr. McEnroe, your shave. It's very close.
Of course. I shave with Bic.
You earn millions and shave with a 20-cent Bic?
Look, why pay more for fancy handles and tricky tops when I get lots of close shaves with Bic?
Advantage McEnroe.
He's right. I don't have to shave with a 20-cent Bic. But I do.
It usually happens late in the day. Your underarm alarm goes off, telling the world you need odor protection that keeps going as long as you do.
You should have used Old Spice.
Old Spice deodorant kills odor-causing bacteria and protects for 24 hours.
Happened to me at a party last night. You should have used Old Spice.
Old Spice helps stop underarm alarm for 24 hours.
Check Sunday, June 5th newspapers for these money-saving coupons from Old Spice.
There's new Fire from Firestone. At the 24 Hours of Daytona Road Racing Classic, Firestone introduced its S660 European speed-rated street radio in world-class style, winning the GTU class ahead of every other tire, including tires made just for racing. The S660 from Firestone, a winner in conditions tougher than you'd ever want to face on the highway. The S660, new Fire from Firestone, where our proof is in performance.
You'll see more of the major events you've come to expect from CBS Sports. On June 4th, we'll have boxing with undefeated heavyweight Marvis Frazier taking on a man his father fought, Joe Bugner. In the weeks ahead, heavyweight contender Jerry Cooney returns to the ring against Philip Brown. Juan Laporte defends his WBC featherweight crown against undefeated knockout artist Johnny De La Rosa. We'll take you downtown with the world's top drivers as they navigate their Formula One cars through perilous hairpin turns at the Detroit Grand Prix. Who will be this year's surprise in the third leg of horse racing's Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes? One man and one woman will emerge as all-around champions at the U.S. Men's and Women's Gymnastics Championships. The CBS Sports Race Cam is there with defending champion Cale Yarborough at the Michigan 400 and the largest gathering of athletes in international competition prior to the Olympics, the World University Games, all here on CBS Sports.
We're back here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Most of the halftime statistics are even, including shooting and turnovers and free throws. But the rebounding story favors Los Angeles, where Jamal Wilkes has 6 and Magic Johnson has 5. Ivoroni leads Philadelphia. Moses Malone has only 3. Now, the very important second chance points off the offensive rebounds also favors Los Angeles, as Jamal Wilkes has 5 offensive rebounds, and Moses Malone, the best offensive rebounder rebounder in the NBA has none. The leading scores, Jamal Wilkes 13 and Andrew Toney 12. And those are the two that Kevin Lockery pointed up when we started the game. And as we go into the second half, your views of what we might expect, Bill.
Well, the start of the third quarter is very important in a close ball game because you can set the tempo of how the half will be played by your start in the third quarter. For example, if Philadelphia gets off to a good start and take the lead, then they have the Lakers trying to catch up. Now, the Lakers can get off a good start and get a big lead, then it changes the thing altogether. But what we've seen the first half with the coaches making minor adjustments is that if you have a weakness, these coaches and these players not only will know them, but they have the quality that they can do something about it.
The Lakers took the lead for good 4 minutes into the first period. They had several 7-point leads in the first behind Wilkes' 10. But Andrew Toney put on one of his spurts to lead Philadelphia to a tie, and L.A. got good all-round play from Magic Johnson and Michael Cooper to take the biggest lead of the game, 9, before a late Philadelphia rally cut it to 4 at the half. Here on CBS, the home of the World Championship. 24 minutes to go at least in this ball game. Philadelphia won the opener. They lead 1-0 best of 7. Irving working against Magic Johnson, and Julius rolls it in. Keep in mind that Kareem has 3 personal fouls for Los Angeles and Julius Irving 3 personals for Philadelphia. 8 seconds on the shot clock and a turnover.
And Maurice Cheeks knocked the ball loose.
He's always around, like the shadow. Moses Malone. He's having a good scoring game so far with 12 points. And we have a tie. It's our 8th tie of the ball game. And Moses, while he has no offensive rebounds, has not missed from the field. He's a perfect 5 for 5. Nixon comes right back.
Now that's the shot that the Lakers have to hit. That because Maurice Cheeks left Norm Nixon to double team Kareem, and he hit the open man. And he's an excellent passer, 4 assists.
Malone was the best shooter for the Sixers in the first half. Toney was at 50%. Andrew guarded by Jamal Wilkes. Cheeks gets it in low. That's the strategy. No secret about that. Moses Malone.
And they're doing exactly what Kevin Lockery said he'd do. Get the ball inside every time.
And you can't let Magic or Wilkes or any of the others get free, as the Lakers did. So the Lakers are coming right back and breaking the tie. We have a minute and a half gone by in this third period. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Cheeks and Nixon, the 2 number 10s. And Mo Cheeks got a step in, and that allowed him to dish it off to Julius Irving. 59 all, and Nixon can't break the tie. Turnover, Magic Johnson flips it into Kareem, and Irving was just behind him in case. And Kareem thought he was fouled too.
If Kareem hadn't dunked that one, Irving would have blocked it.
Good thing he jammed it there. Wilkes trying to overplay Toney on the pass. Rambis is now on Malone. Rambis and Kareem is off the mark, and Toney with 14 points. It's Toney, Irving, and Malone. The 3 of them scored 72 points for Philadelphia on Sunday. Kareem just slapped away Moses Malone's hand. No basket, and a push by Malone before the shot. And for Malone, that'll be his 3rd personal foul.
And Kareem did on that play was not when he knocked Moses' hands away. Now the idea from that is not so much to keep Moses' hand, but to draw the referee's attention to the fact that he's being pushed.
We have a timeout now. 36-year-old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is playing for a lot of things. Besides another championship ring, he wants the money. Moses Malone is the $2 million man, and Kareem wants to become one. We'll be back with 9:16 to go in the third.
Out here on the coast, a lot of fun goes into the work we do.
On the other hand, a lot of work goes into the fun we have.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's all yours and it's all mine. Bring
Welcome to the rich, smooth taste of Miller High Life.
Welcome, well, you know you're welcome. Welcome, everybody's welcome. Welcome to Miller Time, yours and mine.
Shooting on location is a real challenge. But how good a picture is can depend on how good the paper is it's printed on. That's why the photographers I know use Kodak paper, not just for the pictures we earn our living with, but for personal pictures, like these. Because what a picture says on the back says a lot about how it looks on the front.
Kodak paper. The only way to be sure you get it is to ask for it at a retailer displaying this new sign.
Saturday, a young citizens patrol group tries to make their neighborhood safe.
Man, you're gonna get hurt.
Will the people they're trying to save help them or turn away? We're fighting back Saturday.
Still chanting beat LA. We have a deadlock at 61-61. We have had 11 ties in the game, and so far the teams are blistering from the floor shooting-wise in this second half. There have been 9 shots taken and 8 shots made. The Sixers are a perfect 5 for 5. Wilkes has 13, Magic Johnson 12, and Abdul-Jabbar 11 for the Lakers. Malone and Tony each with 14 for Philadelphia. Irving and Cheeks each have 10 for the Sixers. Rambis is up front, along with Wilkes, Nixon and Magic Johnson, the guards, and there is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the patented skyhook. Kareem and Moses, the 2 centers, each with 3 personal fouls. Julius Irving also playing with 3. Rambis is on Malone, Kareem is on Ivaroni. Tony gets away from Wilkes. And Wilkes knocks the ball away. Jamal is playing a superb game.
Right, that was a good defensive play he just made on that play because he was behind the play and he reached in and knocked the ball loose.
63-61 Lakers. Rambis. And Malone gets the rebound, is slapped away by Kurt Rambis, and the Lakers come up with it. Play by Magic Johnson and traveling. Fancy, but he walked.
Well, he took steps, but he also took a great imagination to even try something like that in that much traffic.
The Lakers won 58 games this year. The Sixers won 65, more than any other team. This is the 3rd time in the last 4 years these clubs have played for the World Championship of the NBA. Tony and Cheeks made a fine save. Nixon was nose-to-nose on Maurice Cheeks. Kareem gets the rebound. Out to Magic Johnson. 3rd rebound for Kareem, who had 4 in game 1.
Good pass right off his foot.
Just like they worked on today in practice, right? Magic Johnson into Rambis. What a pass by Magic Johnson on the run.
What he does, he makes the passes so that the receiver's body is between him and the defensive man, so that the ball is protected when you get a pass. That's why most guys can shoot it when he makes a good pass in there.
The ball was kicked.
New 24 seconds, and that's a violation.
Magic Johnson has 7 assists in this ball game. In one playoff game this postseason, he had 19 to tie the Lakers' all-time playoff mark, held by Nixon and Jerry West. West is the Lakers' general manager now, in case you lost track. 7:35 to go in the 3rd period. Irving's shot is blocked by Jamal Wilkes. Nixon back. Lakers still in slim but control as they've been in the driver's seat throughout. 10 seconds on the 24-second shot clock. Rambis takes steps. Traveling on the Lakers. That's 2 of those violations the last 3 times they've been down the floor.
And he's been watching Magic too much.
One of them was by Magic. Sixer crowd, 18,000 plus, another capacity urging him on now. Philadelphia trying to take a 2-0 lead in games. Lakers would dearly love a split here in Philly.
And there's a double team on Moses.
3 seconds on the shot clock. They better hurry. They're not going to get it off, and it expires. So the Lakers bottle up Malone with a double team, and everyone else too. And Billy's upset.
Now what they're trying to do, the Lakers are trying to do, is double team so that Moses has to pass to relieve the pressure and not pass for the assist. And so far, they've been reasonably effective with that.
Watch Jamal Wilkes get a piece of the Julius Erving drive baseline.
Julius is taking him inside, and there's the piece, and there's Rambis comes up with the, he's looking for the outlet.
At Ford Motor Company, quality is job one. Inside this welding system is the new sized Ford Bronco 2. This is one of 1,100 employee involvement groups formed by Ford and the UAW.
Well, why don't we take these welds and move them to station number 8? If we put it in station 8, then that's where we get our quality weld.
Employee involvement, another reason Ford achieved the highest quality rating of any major American car or truck maker.
Ford quality is job one.
I'm Julius Erving. People call me Dr. J because of how I operate. For 20 years, I've been making my rounds in these, Converse. Light on the fast break, strong when you go to set a pick, and in rebounding, no shoe protects you better than Converse. So when people ask me for my advice on how to improve their game, I always say,
take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Converse, official athletic shoe of the 1984 Olympic Games.
Burger King presents Return of the Jedi glasses. 4 new glasses from the Star Wars saga, filled with the adventures of Luke Skywalker, the Ewoks, Han Solo, and Jabba the Hutt. Buy a medium or large Coke, and a different glass is yours each week for a special price. Collect all 4. Return of the Jedi glasses, now appearing only at Burger King.
Now, this is how the Lakers caused that 24-second violation. They double-teamed Moses, so he couldn't put the ball on the floor, and he had to look for someone to pass to. Now he's looking to relieve the pressure, not to try to pass someone to shoot, but he's looking for someone just looking for help. And it wasn't there. He finally got out, and Maurice Cheeks just didn't have time to get the shot off.
We were talking about Jamal Wilkes and what he's contributed. 13 points, 6 rebounds, but he also has 3 steals, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. An all-round game for Jamal Wilkes in his 9th year from UCLA. 6:38, 3rd period. Lakers by 4. Biggest lead was 9 in the 2nd period. Long sky hook. Erving got position, and now here comes Clint Richardson with Philadelphia. He's in the backcourt now with Cheeks. Ivaroni, Erving up front. Malone away from the hoop. Muscles his way in. Foul. Who's it on? That's going to be a big question. It's on Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
That's his 4th foul.
He does not agree with that, I don't think.
4 fouls on Kareem. Pat Riley is silent, but he's simmering inside. And now Kareem has to calm down a bit because he's been hit with his 4th foul with 6:17 to go in the 3rd. Moses Malone. What did he say about officials' calls? I don't complain about him anymore. It hastened the removal of my hair. L.A. lead is cut to 3 with 6:10 to go.
And if you do worry about the officials, then we'll remove your hair and a few other things.
Foul is on Philadelphia. Clint Richardson, his first personal foul.
And Pat Riley has to go to his bench to pick up Bob McAdoo. And as I said in the first half, this changes the nature of the Laker team. They're a little quicker, but they do more outside shooting because McAdoo is not the inside power that Kareem is, of course.
Jamal Wilkes. Great sound when it goes through that net. The important thing is how Rambis will do in defending Moses Malone now. That's going to be important because I think Philadelphia may want to go to him now.
Well, they're going to put Bob McAdoo in right now.
You're right. Rolls off, loose ball. Ivaroni again with the offensive rebound and the basket. Ivaroni has 7 points, and he has 6 rebounds. He's already had a good game. McAdoo. Clint Richardson is fouled by Wilkes. Now, this is an important part of the game for Los Angeles, Russ. I think you'd agree.
Yes, because they have to hold the fort down probably for the rest of the quarter before they can put Kareem back in it, because they put him back in, they'll be trying to get that fifth foul on him. So they're going to have to play this whole report with these guys.
And not only that, but McAdoo's going to have to give them scoring, because that's why he's in there. In there for necessity, but he's got to give them the offense. Cheeks drop.
Now that's one of the differences, is that with Kareem in it, that shot would not have been available.
Team fouls 2 apiece here, with winding down to 5 minutes to go in the third period. Lakers lead by 1, 67-66. And now Julius Erving can put Philadelphia in front. He's got Mo Cheeks. Magic Johnson back quickly on defense. You may see a timeout by the Lakers if Philadelphia scores here. Ivaroni. Malone, forget this. Timeout Lakers, as the Sixers have their first lead since 8-6 early.
Sharp presents the genius of the keyboard, playing Sharp's new CS4800, the office calculator that performs like a computer. He performs difficult what-if projections instantly. Next, he performs on our remarkable calculator, Sharp's EL7050. It prints out 4-color charts and graphs brilliantly. Whatever your calculator needs, Sharp offers a very, very wide range.
From sharp minds come sharp products.
The military let police officer Frank Murphy in on their secret weapon.
I thought it was illegal to arm police helicopters.
They made him part of the plan.
Do you think you can fly it? You flew it, didn't you?
They wanted him to follow orders.
Return to base or we're going to open fire.
He wanted to follow his conscience.
I want you to pick up a package for me. Don't stop for anything or anybody.
But will they let him live to do that? Roy Scheider, Blue Thunder, The Ultimate Weapon, rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
Nothing tastes like Hawaiian Punch. You only have to taste it once. Taste of a place ooh, far, far away. Come on and go Hawaiian. Hawaiian Punch. Sail away, Hawaiian, sail away.
Dick Stockton and Bill Russell at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Game 2 of the NBA World Championship, and the foul trouble story. At this point, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the bench with 4 fouls. McAdoo in the game with 3. As far as the 76ers are concerned, they have Julius Erving and Moses Malone each with 3. But that last basket before Pat Riley's timeout was the first offensive rebound for Moses Malone in the ballgame. He has scored 17 points on 7 of 8 from the field and 6 rebounds. But the Lakers have to do something now to prevent Philadelphia from running off a spurt. They have 6 in a row now.
That was a correct timeout for Pat Riley call, because now that the Sixers are on an emotional high, make them wait around, stand around a little bit. And now what the Lakers have to do now is get their game in gear with the guys they have out there now and hold the fort to the end of the quarter and not get too far behind if they're behind at all.
So Magic Johnson with the ball. He's got Nixon, Wilkes, Landsberger, and McAdoo. Philadelphia has turned the rebounding story around. McAdoo hits a big basket.
Now, see, what I say is that the Lakers have to play their type of game now with these guys out here, not worry about the fact that Kareem is not out there.
Philadelphia's early lead was 8-6. They just retook the lead before that basket by McAdoo. Clint Richardson. Malone with another offensive rebound, but an offensive foul. No basket. They call an offensive foul against Malone. Now is McAdoo more than shaken up here. He's got that pulled thigh muscle.
And he got a shoulder in his chest that he'll feel that for a while. Now that shot by Clint Richardson, and then Moses gets the offensive rebound there. Good hustle there. And there's where he jumps into Bob McAdoo.
Philadelphia is out rebounded in L.A. 9-2, turning around a 26-17 Laker halftime edge. Whistle, no basket. And a 3-second violation called against the Lakers. Now, Billy Cunningham is going to give Moses Malone a rest right now and bring in Earl Curidan.
Because he has 4 fouls also. And you don't want him to come up with one of those little fouls. Because if he gets in foul trouble, they really have a problem over a long period of time.
Because they don't really have, with Clement Johnson out, a backup who has played that much.
We see the difference between Kareem, say, and Moses is that the Lakers are used to playing great stretches without Kareem.
Jamal Wilkes over Ivaroni. Hits for McAdoo, and Wilkes hit key outside shots. Jamal has 17. Ivaroni releasing at the other end. Gets 2 back. Tell you, Mark Ivaroni, who started all but 5 of the games for Philly this year, is playing in these playoffs as if he's been here before.
But with this team, you can play that way because they have done everything they can to build confidence up. And if you have confidence, you play like a veteran.
Speaking of veterans, Bobby Jones comes in and Julius Erving sits out. Julius has scored 10, but a terrific all-around performance. Wilkes again, this time over Jones. Landsberger was boxed out by Curidan. Here's Clint Richardson. Knocked away by McAdoo from behind.
And he's holding his tie on that last play because he stretched himself pretty good on that, trying to make that defensive play.
We've had 11 ties, 2 lead changes. The Lakers are up by 1. McAdoo over Ivaroni. Tipped by Magic. But it comes to Philadelphia. Cheeks all the way. Basket good, and a foul on L.A.
There goes Maurice Cheeks when they need a big basket. He's available. Here he comes on the fast break. He takes it in, and Cooper pulls up and tries to establish position. But you have to establish that position before the man takes that last step.
You just can't move in, right?
You can't just move in and stand there and say, I was standing still when he hit me. You have to be standing when he takes that step.
Michael Cooper committed the foul, his 3rd. Maurice Cheeks really got clobbered in there, and Al Domenico, the trainer, will walk off for him. But the one thing about Philadelphia, all season long we saw it, and that is you make a turnover, or if you don't put a good shot up there, they'll beat you down the court, and that's what breaks the backs of the teams they play.
Because they're a team, as I said earlier, Dick, that feeds off their defense. Their offense, the rhythm of their offense is set up by the way they play defense. When they're playing a good defense, they probably shoot 7 or 8 percentage points better than they do if they're not playing good defense.
2:41 remaining in the 3rd period. The Lakers trying to even the series at 1 apiece, going home for 2 games at the Forum, Sunday and Tuesday. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell at courtside, and right up there in the rafters, our host, Brent Musburger, along with our other expert analyst, Kevin Lockery, and of course, Pat O'Brien is also with us. NBA coverage wall-to-wall here on CBS, the home of the NBA championship. The turnaround and the rebounding story in this period.
Well, you know, the Lakers were playing really into their game, and they had to switch gears when Kareem went out because they weren't ready for him to go out. See, they played periods where they played 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and they geared one way with Kareem as the focal point. And then when they think he's getting tired, need a rest, then they play a different kind of game with Bob McAdoo or Landsberger. Now, when Kareem got in foul trouble, they had to change that game, and it takes a little time to change like that. And so they took them a couple of minutes, but they've almost got it into gear to play in that game without Kareem. But one thing that helped that was the fact that Moses got his 4th foul, and so he's not out there beating up on him.
Kareem, 13 points and 4 fouls. Malone on the bench with 17 points and 4 fouls. And there's Maurice Cheeks, and we've said it many times with all of the big scorers and flashy players on Philadelphia. This is the barometer of the team, Maurice Cheeks. He's got 14 points and 7 assists.
And that's the reason the Lakers are right in the middle. I mean, the Sixers are right in the middle of this ball game.
That 2-point lead is the biggest Philadelphia's had. They had an 8-6 margin. They've got 2 right now.
I would be very much surprised to see either Kareem or Moses anymore this quarter.
McAdoo's giving up the dribble. Ivaroni all over him. Magic Johnson with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it into Landsberger, and Earl Cureton fouls him. That will not be a shooting foul. That's the third team foul against Philadelphia.
Now, Billy Cunningham ordinarily would not have Earl Cureton in the game, although he's a fine player. But he would probably have Clement Johnson, except Clement Johnson is not playing tonight because he had an infection. So here comes Andrew Toney.
14 points for Andrew. Cheeks goes out. He had a cramp before, but nothing serious. McAdoo, defense by Ivaroni. Off the mark. Rebound by Cureton. Sixers lead by 73-71. Trying to establish their biggest lead of the game, and Bobby Jones gives it to him.
Now that was an athletic 2 points.
Cooper drops for him.
And that was a good bounce.
You got to have both of those things. The athletic skills and a little bit of luck, too. Philadelphia by 2. 1:40 remaining in this third period. Andrew Toney pulls up at the free throw line. Landsberger knocks it out to Toney. And a new clock for Philly.
Now that's one thing the Lakers can't do, is that the Sixers have extra shots, because if they do, they'll get burned.
And we'll have a loose ball foul against the Lakers. It's Mark Landsberger, I believe.
Now, that's one thing. Without Moses in there, the Lakers can't afford to let the Sixers get second and third shots, because they'll burn you.
Landsberger with 2. That's the 4th team foul on the Lakers. And if L.A. fouls right now, Philadelphia will go to the line. 1:12 remaining, third period. Philadelphia leading 75-73. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Lakers just trying to disrupt Philadelphia every way they can. Toney throws it up. Bobby Jones gets the rebound and the foul on the Lakers, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Key foul as Mark Landsberger picks up another one. That's his 3rd personal foul. But Bobby Jones, one of the best free throw shooters you'll see, goes to the line.
Now, right now, the Sixers are doing what they've done all year. They are one of the best rebounding teams in basketball. And even without Moses, they're a good rebounding team now, so that they're controlling the boards. And they've kept the ball down there in the court for the last almost minute.
Ivaroni goes out, and Julius Erving is in the ball game. Mark Ivaroni has scored 9 points, and he has 6 boards. Matches the biggest lead of the game for Philadelphia. Under a minute to play, third period.
Now the Sixers are playing good defense, because they're making the Lakers set up and have to execute. And this team that they have out there, because of defensive thing, problems they can't afford, they can't play very good offense.
And there's the defense again. 2-on-1, Richardson back. Blocked by Cooper, out of bounds. Cooper came really out of the sky to knock that ball away by Clint Richardson. But Philadelphia has 19 seconds to try a shot.
This team they have out there right now is not running the Laker offense very well.
Toney drives in. Rebound Toney and a foul. And right now, Philadelphia is owning both fours. And Bob McAdoo has picked up his 4th personal foul.
Now here's this defensive steal here. The ball is knocked loose. And there goes Cooper with the block shot.
Andrew Toney shooting 2. Philadelphia 76ers not only took possession of the defensive board this period, but the offensive glass as well, and they've made it count. They have their biggest lead of the ball game with 33 seconds to go in the third period. It's a 5-point game. You'll be seeing Malone and Abdul-Jabbar. It won't be long before you see them both, and they each have 4 fouls. They're on the bench right now. Jamal Wilkes. Loose ball, McAdoo over Bobby Jones. Tipped in by Landsberger. But Philadelphia has run off a streak of 17-8, outscoring Los Angeles. Trying to get the last shot. Toney. Jones. The buzzer sound. And And the Philadelphia 76ers have forged in front 79-75 over the Lakers. We'll return to the Spectrum after these messages and a word from your local station.
The Muirfield Village Golf Club, the course that Jack built.
I'm Jack Nicklaus. Join me at the Memorial this weekend on CBS Sports.
This is CBS.
You know, the imports do an interesting thing. They import American ingenuity. They know where it all started and where the best people are.
Lincoln Mercury knows that too and is committed to finding the very best. For this is the kind of creative energy that goes into every single Lincoln. The Lincolns, built with a commitment to quality from the very start. See why Lincoln sales are up at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
What a perfect time for having a party. Here's Canada Dry. Everything's gotta be just right for our best friends. Ready? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great party. So let it all begin. 'Cause when I'm mixing with my best friends, I'm mixing with the best Canada Dry.
Aren't you ready for Canada Dry?
The NBA on CBS is sponsored by Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products. Gillette Atra Razor, the twin blade that pivots for a close, comfortable shave. Sears, Roebuck & Company. You can count on Sears. And by Miller High Life. Welcome to Miller Time.
A full moon here over the city of brotherly love. And Kevin Lockery, why did the Lakers miss Kareem more than the 76ers miss Moses Malone?
They miss him on the boards and also defensively. Philadelphia's taking the ball to the basket at will. McAdoo is only about 40%. He's not able to jump to rebound, and he's not able to block shots. They really miss Kareem. Moses is not missed by Philly as much as L.A. misses Kareem.
Let's go back now to Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. Dick?
Thank you, Brent and Kevin, and a good point. When Moses Malone went out, the Lakers were up by 1, and they rallied to as much as a 6-point lead with him on the bench. So they were able to do it without Malone. Lakers not so much without Kareem. And there's Moses Malone. Look at the rebounding story in the second half so far. 15-6, the Lakers have the edge. Remember, Pat Riley said there's an old theory. No rebounds, no rings. Lakers won't get that championship ring unless they do a better job off the glass in this half, too, in this final quarter underway. Dick Stockton, Bill Russell, 79-75 Philadelphia. Same lineup that finished the third period. Nixon penetrating. Puritan comes up with it. To Julius, open court.
Now, the Sixers got that good defense. Puritan blocks. And so now the Lakers come back.
McAdoo blocks. Nixon falls down, and he's called for traveling.
When things go wrong, they go wrong.
Keep in mind, Bill, that in the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter on Sunday, it was Philadelphia outscoring the Lakers 15-5. They turned a 2-point deficit to a 12-point lead. And see if the Lakers can do the same thing. Those spurts have really decided just about every game in the last 2 years of these championships. It'll be an L.A. foul, and it'll be on Michael Cooper as Tony tried to get inside. Fourth foul on Cooper.
Now here's the play. Now Cooper's still moving. So he has to have that position for that last time to take it, or he has to be giving ground.
First team foul on L.A. First foul in this fourth period. Knocked away by Magic. Good steal to Nixon. Jamal Wilkes, who can finish the break. Rolls off, though. Earl Cureton couldn't
come up with it. Bouncing the baseline.
Earl Cureton.
Julius Erving made him miss that shot. I'm sorry, Dick.
I was going to mention, Cureton has not scored a point in the playoffs, but last year in Game 2, he had 6 points and 8 rebounds in a short time, so he has had good moments against the Lakers. Here comes Malone back in the game. 4 fouls for Moses, and he has 17 points to lead Philadelphia.
And the 2 tall people are back.
Kareem, too, is back. Yes, he has 4 also. And 13 points. Double team with Clint Richardson on Kareem. Hook misses. Magic Johnson's follow-up misses. Still a 4-point lead. We haven't had any points scored in this 4th period yet. And we have more than a minute and a half gone by. Alert play by Nixon. And now they're saying it's Philadelphia ball when it appeared to be last touch by Philadelphia, and I think Moses Malone felt that way, but they're giving it to Philadelphia.
John Vanek didn't think way, and that's the only one that matters.
That's true. How come you didn't know that when you coached? Tony working on Nixon. Julius Erving. McAdoo gets it into the hands of Norm Nixon. Nearly 2 minutes gone by, final period. Michael Cooper from the corner hits, and it's 79-77, and the first points of this final period come with nearly 2 minutes gone by. Don't forget, Game 3 Sunday at the Forum in Los Angeles. Cooper, by the way, has hit his last 6 shots. Philadelphia's lead is 2. Their biggest lead was 6. LA's biggest margin was 9.
He has that double team on Moses, and they dribbled out of bounds. Now, he had to go baseline because the double team was there, and Kareem cut him off, and that's the reason the ball went on the baseline off his foot.
Well, as you saw, Superman, or Clark Kent as they called him last year, Kurt Rambis will be coming into the ball game when we come back with the Sixers leading by 2.
This is one economy truck that comes with a 5-speed and radial tires standard. It's Mazda's B2000 Sundowner, the only economy truck that comes not only with a 5-speed and steel-belted radials, but tinted glass and full carpeting, all standard. And at $57.95, it's also the lowest price truck in America with all that standard equipment.
Sakes alive, sakes alive, sakes alive. Mazda's got the best truck value for just $57.95.
Sakes alive. We wouldn't trade one of our days up here for anything, except maybe for one of our nights.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's all yours, and it's all mine. Bring your thirsty self right here. The rich, smooth taste of Miller beer is what you have in mind. Oh, welcome to Miller Time.
Welcome to the rich, smooth taste of Miller High Life.
You're taking one of the most important trips of your life on $35 radial tires. How good are they? They're warranted by one of the most trusted names in America for 30,000 miles. They're Sears Guardsman steel-belted radials starting at $34.99. Radial designed for performance, steel-belted for durability and peace of mind. Just what you'd expect from Sears. Steel-belted radial confidence starting at $34.99. At Sears Tire and Auto Centers, we install confidence. Sears.
We're 79-77, Philadelphia leading. It was not an easy road for either Kurt Rambis or Mark Iavaroni to get to the NBA. They were both cut from the New York Knicks. They had to play in Europe, and finally they stuck with pretty good teams. And Iavaroni, who has 9 points and 6 rebounds, and Rambis also 9 points with 5 rebounds, was telling us that just a year ago he was home watching television, eating potato chips, watching Rambis play, who he knew from the tryouts and from Europe, saying, I can play in a game like that. I can play in a championship series, and here he is.
Well, fairy tales always have good endings.
Less than 9.5 remaining in the 4th period. As the Sixers lead by 2, Lakers trying to tie it up, and
there's
the
sky hook.
You like
20 years. I think it's the most beautiful shot in basketball. I just love it.
It is.
I wish I could have shot like that.
Well, you did other things, Russ. We have our 12th tie of the game as the Lakers have run off 6 in a row to bring this into a tie. Bobby Jones is short, Malone under the hoop.
That's like the shot that won the NCAA.
Something like that. They loop it into Kareem. Here's another sky hook. Not that time, and Magic Johnson knocks around Malone. crowd thought it was a foul, but I'll tell you one thing, I think it's been even on both sides. Perhaps the non-foul's call.
Now, that's a loose ball that Moses just took.
Julius Erving, double teamed by Magic and Rambis. Cheeks looking for room. Johnson not giving him any. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Andrew Toney. Rebound, Rambis fights for it. It's Philadelphia ball. .8:28 to go, fourth period. 81-79. Philadelphia leading in a grueling ball game, and they're going to call Rambis for the foul on Malone.
You know, when Kareem is in the game, the Lakers are a better rebounding team. Not only is he a good rebounder, not as good as some people think it's because of his size, but that's because he's out of position most of the time, I think, because of the way they play defense. But they have to concentrate on keeping him off the boards, and that leaves somebody else free, so that makes the whole team a better rebounding team when he's in there.
2 team fouls on L.A., 3 personals on Rambis. Bobby Jones, Julius. Julius Erving got away, and Philadelphia leads by 4. Nearly 4 minutes gone by in this fourth period. Lakers trying to catch up here. Held the lead for most of the game. Kareem. Basket will count and a foul.
Yeah, they called no basket and a foul on Moses Malone.
Well, that's 5 fouls. Now, 5 fouls on Malone. Let's see the pass to Julius eventually.
Now, he passed it to Bobby Jones, who made a quick pass to Julius, and he really knows what to do with it. He got close. Kareem got there too late.
But the story right now is Moses Malone with 5 personal fouls. He has never fouled out of a playoff game, and the last time he fouled out of any game was January 1978. Norman Nixon penetrating. Kareem hits the jump shot.
Now, that's the real turnaround with Moses getting foul trouble, because what the Lakers did, they've isolated Moses on Kareem, and Kareem is taking his time. Taking his time and making Moses foul, making it foul, so the referee has to call it. I'm getting a little excited, Dick.
I like it. How can you not be excited like this? How can you not be excited? These are 2 brilliant teams who have played together, have played for the championship before. L.A. trying to tie it up. Rambis decided to pump inside, didn't get the hoop, and Maurice Cheeks comes right back and is blocked by Cooper, and they'll call a jump ball. And that was a little late call, but it'll be Cooper and Cheeks to jump.
On that last play for the Lakers, the reason he wasn't able to make that shot, because the Sixers have such good shot blockers that when you get around the basket, there's no free shots.
So Rambis has to kind of hope that they get a Sixer defender in the air.
Right.
Tip is controlled by Philadelphia. Cooper had a big height advantage on Cheeks, but the Sixers have the ball and a 2-point lead. Toney. Erving. Blocked out of bounds by Kareem. They have 8 seconds to try a shot. Second block shot by Abdul-Jabbar.
See, that when Kareem was out, that's the kind of shot that you...
Right.
That now here he comes right there. Now when he's not in there, the guys don't even worry about that shot. They just take the shot and completely relax.
Timeout Philadelphia. Malone has 5 fouls. Kareem is on the court with 4. That's the big story right now to watch.
Experience the 1983 Mazda GLC sedan. A luxurious front-wheel drive economy car with contoured bucket seats, 5-speed overdrive, versatile split fold-down rear seats, and almost unbelievable trunk space. GLC sedan. Its performance is unexpected, but its value is just what you've come to expect from Mazda. The more you look, the more you like the Mazda Experience.
I've got an unfair advantage over these guys. My looks? Are you kidding? I've got the Gillette Atra. They don't. It's got the advantage of a pivoting head. Atra's better than twin-blade razors that don't pivot. See? They don't always stay on my beard, but my Atra pivots to keep both blades on my beard longer. I get a better shave. See? Close. Comfortable.
Get the Gillette Atra and get the Atra advantage.
So who said life was fair?
For me, beating a tough opponent is always rewarding. But for many Americans stricken with multiple sclerosis, beating their opponent would be so much more rewarding. MS is the mysterious, often disabling disease of the nervous system. Its attack is sudden and without warning. The cause and cure are unknown, but researchers are working hard to find one. Won't you please help fight multiple sclerosis? The ball's in our court.
The preceding message has been furnished as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
We're back with 6:56 remaining in the fourth period. Philadelphia leading by 2 points, 83-81. The foul story becomes prominent here at the Spectrum. Moses Malone of the Philadelphia 76ers, who has not fouled out of a game since 1978 and never in a playoff, is on the bench with 5 personal fouls. Now this is the Lakers situation. Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar, McAdoo, and Cooper all with 4. But the big story, Malone has 5 fouls for Philadelphia. He's the only one in foul trouble for the 76ers. He has scored in the game 19 points. And he's in double figures in rebounds. Double team on Andrew Toney with 4 seconds to go, and illegal defense called against Los Angeles. Pat Riley wants to know why. And why now?
Well, there are hash marks along the side of the court, the foul line, and when the guys are double teaming, when you're away from the ball, you can't be below. If your man is above that line, you have to come above the foul line. If you're not, then it's illegal defense. Right in the old days, they called it a zone.
And you know what? They still call it that.
So there's
Toney. Good move inside. This has been a defensive battle. The two teams have scored only 12 points between them in the 5 minutes played this period, according to our statistician, Marty Aronoff. So defense, usually the keynote in these games. There's a play right there. Toney coming back with the Sixers up by 4. Turn it right back, and at the other end is Kareem. Hello.
Good defensive play by Magic Johnson. He knocked that ball. He chased the ball and came behind blindside and knocked the ball loose, and they ended up with an easy hoop.
So good defense at both ends, but the Lakers capitalize and again are within 3 points, or 2 points, 85-83. Cooper all over Cheeks. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He has hit
Maurice 6 when you need one.
He has hit shots like that in every playoff, hasn't he?
Because he's a good shooter, maybe a great shooter, and he just doesn't assert himself as much as sometimes Billy Cunningham would like for him to.
Don't forget 3:30 Sunday, game number 3 of the best of 7 from the Forum in Los Angeles. And Curidan fouls Kareem before the shot. That'll be the second team foul on Philadelphia and 3 on Curidan. Magic Johnson with the defensive play that got the Lakers a basket at the other end.
Now there goes Andrew Toney there. He knocks the ball loose right there. Cooper's heads up, gets it, makes it to Norm Nixon, who gets it down to Kareem, and you know that.
5:36 to go. 87-83 76ers, and still no need for Billy to call on Moses Malone yet.
Experience the 1983 Mazda RX-7.
Experience.
An outstanding sports car value. Experience the RX-7's high level of standard equipment, including new contoured bucket seats, full instrumentation, and 5-speed overdrive.
Experience.
Mazda RX-7, an exceptional performer.
Experience.
And an exceptional sports car value. The more you look, the more you like the Mazda Experience. Its designation, Minolta Program System X700. It is computerized automation or total creativity. If you choose, you set nothing, even with flash. It is unmanned 35mm photography where camera is robot. It is quartz calendar dating, the Minolta X700, voted Camera of the Year on 2 continents. Only from the mind of Minolta.
5 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. Fourth period. Philadelphia 87, Los Angeles 83. The timeout story shows the Lakers with 3 plus their 22nd. The 76ers with 2 plus a 22nd. But I think, Bill, that it's imperative that the Lakers can gain some ground with Moses Malone on the bench with 5 fouls and Kareem in the game. The last time Moses went out, Philadelphia maintained the lead and actually upped it.
Well, they have to stay in there. You know, at a time like this, the players get excited. And this is when they have to really get in and control their emotions and say, okay, now almost take a step back. Because this is why they'll sometimes make turnovers that are not caused by the defense.
Don't forget, Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, will be at the Forum for Game 3 between the 76ers and the Lakers. Game 4 will be next Tuesday, but Sunday, Game 3 in the Lakers' home court. Moses Malone went out of the game with a 4-point lead for Philadelphia with 8 minutes to go. So in 2.5 minutes, the Lakers have not made up any ground. Steal by Cheeks. He lost it off his foot. Lakers ball. And a good call. It was off the back of his foot. I remember last year we had a call right in front of us, didn't we? Boston Garden, or it might have been here. Just like that. Philadelphia by 4. Dick Stockton, Bill Russell at the Spectrum. 18,000 capacity and anticipation. Puritan knocks the ball away as Magic's pass wasn't effective enough.
See, I think that they underestimated Puritan's.
Bobby Jones follow-up.
And whenever the Sixers make a good defensive play, you can count on making a good shot.
Yeah, that's been the pattern. Pass by Magic to Kareem, then they get two in a hurry.
See, what happened that last pass down there, Magic might have underestimated Puritan's jumping ability when he allowed that pass in there.
He is known for his quick end-to-end defensive plays, not an offensive threat so much. Team fouls are 2 and 2. 4:40 remaining, fourth period. This is crunch time, folks. Earl Puritan. Earl Puritan sends the fans to their feet with a sky hook of his own. And it's a 6-point lead, matches the biggest for Philadelphia in the ballgame. Kareem sky hook. Hits it. He's hit the last 5 baskets.
That always quiets the crowd down a little bit.
But Moses Malone has remained on the bench, and Philadelphia has maintained the same lead they had when he went there. And Puritan, a big reason for it. 7 seconds on the clock. Magic steals the ball away. Under 4 minutes to go. And Malone gets off the bench for Philly. Loop it to Kareem. Doubled. Jamal Wilkes sends Irving to the air. Nixon, 8 seconds on the clock. Saves it. 5 seconds. Magic Johnson. And no foul, and Johnson is yelling at Darryl Garrison. Magic Johnson is enraged. Timeout. 22nd timeout, I believe, by the Lakers. The score with 3:24 to go. And right now, let's go up to Brent and Kevin.
Kevin, the story right now is that 76er defense.
Exactly, Brent. LA's only been able to score 32 points so far. Even when Moses went out, Kareem got 5 straight hoops. Up to then, they weren't able to score at all. It's been the fantastic defense by Philadelphia.
What should the Lakers do now the rest of the way, in your opinion?
I think, Brent, they have to get away from looking into Kareem every single time down the floor because the other guys are starting to stand around. I think spread it out, particularly Magic has to start taking a few shots.
How long can Cunningham wait before he brings Moses back with 5 fouls?
I think he'll get him back within the next 30 seconds, even though Puritan's doing a good job.
Let's go back to Dick. All right, Brandon, Moses Malone is at the scorer's table ready to re-enter the game. Johnson battles the loose ball. It comes up to Andrew Toney. Anyone's ball. Look at this. 3 minutes to go. And the Sixers will start to use the clock.
They have just had one exciting defensive sequence here.
Andrew Toney. 4 seconds, Earl Puritan. And Kareem gets the rebound. A 6-point lead for Philadelphia. With almost 2:35 to go, Kareem has scored the last 10 points for L.A. And Mo Cheeks down court to Julius. To Bobby Jones. Julius to Bobby Jones, the trailer, and they're going wild at the Spectrum. The Sixers have their biggest lead of the game, 8 points with 2:24 remaining, and this excitement is just chapter 2. We have game 3 Sunday, 3:30 Eastern, when the scene shifts to the Forum in Inglewood, Russ.
The Sixers have just had a defensive sequence that's a joy to behold. They have played the kind of defense that keeps the Lakers completely off balance. Now here's some of the sequence. Right there, they come up.
Jones.
Nobody can pick up the ball. Bounces around, bounces around, bounces around.
Off the heads and chests and arms.
Need to put a fork in it.
I'll tell you, Bobby Jones happens to be right in the middle of just about everything. Hey, this youngster's missing a good game, isn't he?
He says that's how important it is.
Maybe he's seen this before. You know, more and more, Bobby Jones always seems to be right in the middle of all of the great defensive segments that Philadelphia has. Irving and Jones, actually.
Well, you know, this is from a few years ago when they played the Trailblazers in the playoffs. They were an offensive team. And Julius pointed out to us last year, since then, they have developed into mostly a defensive team that can score. And they score off of their defense. But as I've said before, and I'll repeat one more time, their offense feeds off of their defense. When they're playing good defense, they're a great offensive team.
So the Lakers have to go to work in a hurry. Otherwise, they'll be facing a 2-0 deficit. Going home for 2 games. Knocked away by Tony. So the defense continues, and they're going to call a foul on the Lakers. Norm Nixon. That's the 7th LA turnover this period.
And every one of them was caused by the defense.
Nearly 2 minutes remaining in this 4th period of an 8-point Philadelphia lead that they can stretch to 10. Maurice Cheeks and Bobby Jones. Malone gets the offensive rebound and is fouled.
Now that was a key offensive rebound. Because they need to keep it to maintain that lead, because if the Lakers had gone down and scored, it would have been a 6-point ball game. And now they can stretch it to 10. And that's a very important distinction at this point of the game, with less than 2 minutes to go.
Malone has 20 points. Kareem 23. They're the high scorers in the ball game, and in game number 1 it was Clint Richardson doing the heroic stuff off the bench for the Sixers. Tonight Bobby Jones with 6 for 10 shooting. Stolen. Tony's made some fine defensive plays. Bobby Jones with 14 points and 4 rebounds, and Earl Curran didn't do a bad job at all as Moses Malone sub off the bench. And LA just can't get the ball. McAdoo and Magic Johnson. They need a bushel of points in a hurry. And the way Philadelphia is playing defense. Here's a 3-point attempt by Wilt. And Julius Irving clear. Knocked away by Magic Johnson. No basket. The basket doesn't count. But the Lakers foul once more, and they have to be totally frustrated at this point, Russ.
Well, they were right in the middle of the ball game, and then the Sixers just really revved up their defense, and since then it's been a mismatch because the Lakers haven't been able to get one really decent shot off in the last couple of minutes.
When the Lakers lost Sunday, it was the first time since Magic joined the team in 1979-80 that they lost the first road game in a series. They had won 9 straight. This is the first time they had dropped 2 if it ends up this way. And it looks that way here. 11-point lead with 1:14 to go. LA's timeout. They have 2 left. I don't know if it'll do any good, but right now let's go up to Brent Musburger.
And an unbelievable defensive performance. Just 32 points for the Lakers in the second half. But they do get to go home for the next 2, Kevin.
Puts an awful lot of pressure on the Lakers, but they'll play much better in L.A. But to score only 32 points, give credit to the job Philadelphia has done, the preparation that Billy Cunningham has done with his club. They played fantastic defense.
Kevin, what were the defensive keys with Moses Malone out of the game?
I think they decided the guards particularly picked up the defense. They had their hands on a lot of passes. They picked up every loose ball. With Kareem in there, with the decided height over Curitan, they did not take good advantage of it, L.A.
Now, when we get back to the West Coast, what adjustments will Pat Riley make, in your opinion?
I think Pat has to get good play out of McAdoo. It's shown in the series when he played this game that he is not ready. He might be able to hit a jump shot here and there, but his overall game is way down.
Now, the Lakers were tired coming into Game 1. They cannot use that excuse here tonight.
No way. They had plenty of rest. They were prepared. They were ready. Give credit to Philly's defense.
All right, let's go back now to Dick and Bill.
All right, thank you very much for a fine capsule analysis by Brent and Kevin. Want to point out Lakers have 1 timeout remaining. Here's a story for you. The Lakers have no points in the final period from Jamal Wilkes, Magic Johnson, or Norm Nixon. Wilkes had 13 points at the half, 17 after 3 quarters, and has not scored. So the offense hasn't been there. And as we said all along, if you've watched our games involving Philadelphia, it's the defense that tells the story.
Now, going down the stretch here, the Sixers just want to finish the game.
Remaining. The Lakers cut it to 85-83, but the Sixers in a 13-4 spurt, including the last 7 in a row. 20-second timeout called for by Billy Cunningham. Russ, if there's any consolation for the Lakers right now, it's that even though it appears that they're going to be down 2 games to none, in essence, all Philadelphia has done is hold their serve, so to speak. To use a tennis analogy, the Lakers have their serve coming up with 2 home games starting with Game 3 Sunday, 3:30 Eastern on CBS.
Yes, what the Lakers have to do, they tried to come in here, as we say, steal one. Try to get one of the first 2 games, get a split. But that is not a complete disaster. Now, they have learned, both teams have learned a great deal about the other 2 teams. About the other team. Now, the Lakers have to win the games at home and come back in here the next time and try to win that ball game.
See, that's where the real pressure is. The Lakers must win at home. McAdoo hits a 3-pointer with 1:10 to go. It's an 8-point game, 98-90. Wilkes knocks it away, but it's still Philadelphia ball. Timeout. Julius looked to Billy Cunningham and said, let's call time. Now they're going to knock it in. They call the foul on Magic Johnson.
He's a pretty good free throw shooter.
I don't think it matters, though. I mean, at this point, they're going to just have to foul anyone they can just to stop the clock, I would think.
Well, if they can get McAdoo to hit 5 more 3-pointers, they'll be in pretty good shape.
We'll be at the Forum in Inglewood Sunday, our whole gang. Brent, Kevin, Pat, of course, Bill and I for Game 3, 3:30 Eastern time from the Forum, where the Lakers are faced with having to come back from a 2-0 deficit if the Sixers hold their lead. Andrew Toney has 18 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Has another shot. For Philadelphia, Malone with 22. Cheeks has 19, and Andrew Toney 18. And now 19 for Andrew as well. Magic going for 3. That's off. But Wilkes looking for some 3-point help. McAdoo has double team. Nixon for 3. Magic. McAdoo will try his hand at 3 again. And Malone,
you say, I'll put a stop to that.
Yes, he does. Just looking for help. He's fouled by Johnson.
Says if you can't try 3-pointers if I got the ball.
40 seconds to go. And Moses Malone who this time was on the bench with 5 fouls when the Los Angeles Lakers had a chance to make up a 4-point deficit and didn't do it, and that's why you've got to credit Billy Cunningham and his substitution pattern, Earl Curitin, who was in the game at the time, Bobby Jones, and the rest.
And you know, a few of the players are getting new experiences. For example, I'm sure that Moses is not used to being in foul trouble, and for the first time in a long time, the Lakers will go to third game down 2-0 instead of either 1-1 or up 2. So that the new experiences, and you find out as the playoffs emerge which teams will be able to adjust to the adversity or new situations.
Philadelphia foul, only their 13th foul of this final period. A quiet Los Angeles bench, 23 for Kareem. But right now, the Lakers, they really gave it everything they had in this game. This was a game they wanted. Nixon, this is a 3-point attempt. Loose ball, and they're going to call a foul. It'll be on
Bob McAdoo.
Bob McAdoo, 5 on him. 23 seconds showing on the clock. Philadelphia.
I don't think Julius was all that pleased with that little exchange there.
No. Mark Ivoroni comes in. L.A. has tried 5 3-pointers and made 1. Bobby Jones goes out, and he really played an outstanding game off the bench with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 block shots. Here's Clay Johnson, the young guard in his second year coming in. And now the bench is empty. Franklin Edwards, who's seeing his first action in the game. Magic Johnson goes out of the game. He scored 12. And it's just about a disgusted L.A. bench, but they're going home for game 3. The thing about the Sixers is that only one team in the last 10 years has won the NBA title after compiling the best record in the regular season. That was the '81 Celtics, and the 76ers have a chance to add their names to that particular list, but still early.
I think it'd be very interesting to see what unfolds before us in Los Angeles. Now, the Lakers have to win the games at home. Because at least the first 2. Because if they lose one of their first 2 at home, that puts incredible pressure. That means they would have to win 2 on the road. And what you're trying to do is go in and win 1 on the road out of a 7-game series and win your games at home.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Right.
Julius Erving, who received an honorary doctorate at Temple University this morning, went to practice and has seen his team take a 2-0 lead, 2 steps closer to that elusive NBA championship that the doctor has sorely wanted. 19 seconds. The only Laker points in the last 4 minutes of the game have been by Bob McAdoo with 2 3-pointers. So in the crunch time, other than McAdoo's 3-pointers, the Sixers have shut out the Lakers. And Philly's going to take a 2-0 lead. There it is. The game is over. Billy Cunningham's team is halfway there. (103-93) is the final score. The leading scorers in the game: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 23 for the Lakers, 17 for Wilkes. Moses Malone scored 24. Cheeks and Tony each had 19 points. And Cheeks also had 8 assists. Moses Malone, 24 points and 12 rebounds, and 9 of them came this half. Right now, let's go to Pat O'Brien, who's with the winning coach, Billy Cunningham. Pat?
Thank you very much, Dick. Congratulations, Billy C. If I'd have called you in the middle of the night and told you you'd win this with Moses on the bench for that long in foul trouble, what would you have said?
I would think a miracle happened. And I think that what we did is our players surrounding Earl really responded. We just did such an outstanding job defensively. That's the best job we've done all year against Kareem. When they did throw the lob, we had people there helping from the weak side. It was just an excellent effort. It wasn't beautiful, but boy, I tell you what, the intensity from both teams was outstanding.
You're up 2-0 now, but you're going to L.A., and that's no picnic out there. You know that.
Oh, no. You know, we're 0-2. We're 0-2 going out to L.A. That's our attitude, and as hard as we play tonight, they're going to see a tougher team out there in L.A. on Sunday.
Okay, thank you for being with us. Congratulations, Billy C. Let's go to Brent Musburger.
So Billy Cunningham and the Philadelphia 76ers now are 2 steps closer to that promised land. Kevin Lockery, the 76er guards are badly outplaying their Laker counterparts here in this series.
Well, you wouldn't expect that. Tony and Cheeks outplaying Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon, particularly Magic Johnson tonight. I thought Tony and Cheeks getting up defensively, picking up loose balls, rebounding, overall game, they outplayed the guards.
But we'll reshuffle the cards. Sunday afternoon, it's out in the Forum in Los Angeles. A little home cooking for the Lakers now, who've had a tough road trip. Game 3 will be coming up at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time here Sunday on CBS. And then, of course, Game 4 will also be in the Forum. The Lakers, what do they have to do? Obviously, they have to win the next 2 and come back here all even for Game 5. Here are the people we want to thank for doing a magnificent job. So the final score of Game 2, Philadelphia 103, Los Angeles 93. For our entire crew, I'm Brent Musburger, reminding you to be with us for Game 3 Sunday afternoon, the 76ers and the Lakers, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The NBA on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.